Okay, the time is 5:30, Wednesday, March 18th. We are at the Poetry Town Hall, 5671 County Road 323, Poetry, Texas, for the purpose of having a special town council meeting. Miss Laura, would you call roll to establish a quorum, please?
Mayor Jaffe.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Fowler.
Here.
Councilmember Anderson.
Here.
Councilmember Bryant.
Here.
Councilmember Hibbs.
Here.
Councilmember Kendrick.
Here.
Mayor, a quorum is present.
Thank you, ma'am. We have a quorum. Mayor Pro Tem Fowler is going to lead us in the pledge and invocation. Please join us. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If you'll join me in prayer. Heavenly Father, we just come to you today and just so thankful for the weather and the sunshine and the grass growing, Lord. And we just thank you for this town. We just continue to pray your blessings on this town, Lord. We just ask that you be with us tonight. Give us wisdom and discernment as we work through this process that's new to all of us, Lord, and just help us to be good listeners, and that everything we do just bring joy and community to our area, Lord, and that we can better serve our citizens. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you, Terry. Okay, so for our audience, we are going to have citizen input tonight, as we would with any other regular meeting. So if you've signed up for the agenda items, you're invited to talk. If you want to make comments under the general public comments at the end, you're also invited to participate there. Just let us know. We're going to skip items of community interest because we're going to do all that tomorrow night at the regular meeting. This is a special meeting. Let me first say thank you to council, and Ms. Laura and Teresa and others for helping put this together. This was not on my list of things I thought we were going to be doing in March, but it's a blessing, and I wanted to give the town every opportunity to take advantage of it, so here we are. So thank you for showing up. A lot, needless to say, has happened since our last meeting in February, and I want to kind of take us through that just a little bit, just so we kind of understand where we are. You know, it's been a little bit tricky because, of course, we're bounded by open meetings, right? So I just can't randomly call you folks up and talk about things because I'm violating open meetings, right? Walking quorums and all kinds of other things. So not having the time to put discussion about a lot of the things I would have liked to on an agenda, I had to make some decisions a little bit in a vacuum, but I don't think you'll be unhappy with the decision. So I want to kind of run through that real quick. So as you know from the packet material I sent you, back on February 13th, we received an email from the Texas Department of Agriculture, an email I didn't think we would ever see. I mean, when we've checked our position on the list in the past for this grant, we were always after the people that had been selected. And, you know, the exciting part of the email, and at first I thought it was a scam, like, you know, you have a relative overseas and they've left you money and you just need to send us your bank account. And I thought, okay. It says, by inviting your community to complete the project application, TDA, Texas Department of Agriculture, is reserving $750,000 for your 2026 CDB Community Development Grant application. And this is a legit letter. They really did send us this. And so when I called down to the North Central Texas COG, who is a part of this, so this grant is from HUD, federal government, to Texas Department of Agriculture, run through the COGs. So the COGs are the ones that make the decision about who in their territory are going to be selected. So they're part of the scoring process. So I called down to the COG and I said, okay, I need some proof that this is real, because I don't want to like spin up the council and everybody else and find out it's not real. So, you know, am I interpreting this correctly? Well, I was. So they've selected 11 people to receive the grants this coming year.
11 towns.
Pardon?
11 towns.
11 towns, that's right, 11 towns, communities. And we are number 9 on that list. You have that in your packet. And so we really are in the running. Now, the bad news is there's some deadlines, and we're a couple days behind, but we haven't missed any. And so the deadline we're working on right now is to select a grant administrator, as in a grant administration firm, and a grant engineering firm, right? So those are the 2 things that we need to pick so that we can start filling out our project application. Our project application will be that thing that defines what it is that we want to do with the money. So what is our project? Our project is going to be road improvements and right-of-way and drainage, anything associated with the road, okay? Now, on the original application, it also included sidewalks in front of the poetry school, but I'm not even going to write that down because we're not going to put sidewalks in front of the poetry school. It doesn't even, I don't think that would fit. I don't think that would accomplish anything. So,
hurt us if you did.
yeah, we're going to pretend like we never wrote that down and move on with roads, right-of-ways, drainage, anything associated with that. But to put together that application, we need a grant administration firm, and we need an engineering firm to help us package all that up, right? The grant administrator is sort of like your guide, right? If you were parachuted into the jungles of South America, you would probably want somebody that knew the jungle better than you did to get you through it. And that's exactly what the grant administrator does. They do this for a living, as you would expect. They know the process, they know the rules, they know where the guardrails are, they know where the ditches are. And so they're super, super important to the journey. And then, of course, the engineering firm is the one that helps you, do the environmental work and do the surveying and do the job scoping and send out your bids and, look at the bids and all that sort of stuff. So anyway, the things that have happened since our last meeting are we put an ad in the Terrell paper a couple of weeks ago. We had a deadline to get that in. We met the deadline. So there was an ad in the Terrell paper basically announcing the fact that we are participating in this and that we're looking for administrators and engineering firms. So checkbox on that. We had to, a couple of days later, get an RFP packet out because it's a request for proposal for grant administrators. They have to give us the criteria that was in that along with actual cost. So they're proposing everything including cost, but then the engineering package was for qualifications only. It's no discussion of money. It's just, but I will tell you the TDA caps how much those 2 kinds of companies can charge. On a $750,000 grant, the maximum a grant administrator can charge is $60,000. That's capped. And that's why on a couple of our proposals, you see it's 60. Well, it's not a coincidence. That's the cap. That's the maximum they can charge. And it's based on the size of a grant. If it was a $100,000 grant, it's a lot less. If it's a bigger grant, it's even more. The same is true of the engineering firm. On a $750,000 grant, the engineering firm cannot exceed $85,000 over the life of the project, the 2-year project. So we're going to see when we start, actually, after we select an engineering firm, we start negotiating that those numbers are sort of limited, right? Now, they can go under those numbers, but they cannot exceed those numbers. But anyway, I say that to say, so the RFQs that we got from the 4 engineering firms, they on purpose do not have dollars in them because they were not asked to provide dollars. They're only asked to prove that they are qualified to do the job. They have, grant administrators and all those things. And so that's where we are. I sent you the spreadsheet. You may not have looked at it. This is a micro version of it. But basically, because I didn't have the luxury of reaching out to you and saying, hey, we got to send it to a minimum of 4 or 5 companies, and some of them they had to be minority owned, they had to be women owned, they had to be small business, they had to fit, and we had to have a certain number of those in these that we sent it to, or that would be a problem. Well, what I did was I went to the Texas Department of Agriculture website, and I basically found every engineering firm and every grant administrator firm that operates in this part of Texas, because some of them stay in their cog and they don't go to other areas. So this list is basically everybody that either does statewide coverage or in ours, but not the ones that like stay down in the valley or stay up in the panhandle or whatever. Well, what that ended up being was 50 or so. And if you look on here, some of them are like the Small Business Administration. Well, they got it and sent it out to all their members. And the Minority Women Dallas, whatever, well, they sent it out to all their, so it actually probably went out to 60 or 70 different people total. The package that I sent out was created by TDA. We did not create that. That is what they have on their website that they recommend you use. So all I did was create a cover letter, and they even give you recommendations on that. And I just followed their stuff to the word. I mean, I didn't add anything to it. So, and the reason I went with all 50 is I didn't want anybody at this table or anybody in our town to be able to say, well, Mike favored this one or Mike favored that. No, I sent it to 50-something people. It probably went to 70-something people. If you know somebody that wasn't on the list, I challenge you to find them, because I just went way stupid with it. In fact, when I talked to some of the people that were kind of coaching us on this, they're like, that's a lot. And I said, yeah, but as soon as I sent it out, I started praying that only a few that were really qualified and a good fit would answer. And I tell you, nobody in poetry was happier than I was yesterday at 3 o'clock when only 4 admins and 4 engineers had responded. I was like, thank you, God.
Yeah.
You've answered my prayer.
That's
Because the reason we have 2 nights of this is because I was afraid we were going to get 20 or 30 proposals, and I had no idea. You know, they cut off was at 3 yesterday. Tonight we need to start scoring. Well, that doesn't give us a lot of time, right? And so I know and I know Tracy. I mean, I was up at 11, 12 o'clock last night sending out emails to their references, asking for information that was missing, and we'll talk through that as we discuss it, just so that we would have as much information as possible to make a good decision. And I feel like, and I won't speak for any of you, maybe you do too, I feel like I've read these things through so many times, I almost know these companies. I mean, I just like, okay, yeah, I remember that one. I remember their faces. I remember their resumes. I remember the polish or the lack of polish they had on them. But our goal tonight, we're going to start with our first agenda item being, and I don't know if we have to do this, but I want us to do it because I want to make sure we cover our bases. We're going to go to regular agenda, and we're going to go to item 1. So we are required to have a selection review committee. It has to have at least 1 government official on it, and it needs to have at least 3 members. Well, again, I didn't have any time to get with any of you, and I didn't want any bias, so I just decided, you know what, the council is going to be the selection review committee, because now we have 6 government officials, and there's nothing that prohibits that. And so everybody is going to get to join into the fun. But let me open up the floor for any discussion we have on item 1, which is to establish, and we're not going to do resolution or ordinance, we're just going to do it by vote to make sure that everybody is in agreement, or at least the majority of us are. So any discussion on establishing us as the selection review committee for both the grant administrator, RFP, request for proposal, and the grant engineering services request for quote, RFQ. And this is our grant number, if you're not familiar with it.
I only, in the emails that came out, I only
Qualification, sorry.
found the packages for trailer and administrative for trailer and KBSR. I didn't find it for Langford or Grant Works. The package that,
They were sent out before the agenda.
Yeah.
yeah,
Let's
I
do a
didn't
point
see
of
'em.
order so we can get through this first part first.
Yeah, well, we'll get to, I can't explain that. I mean, I got them as they were emailed. What I purposely asked Teresa, because some of them sent them to me and Teresa, because I told them, send them to Teresa. That's what I put in the package, because I wanted a single point of collection. I also, when I sent them out, I did delivery receipts on everything I sent out. So I have absolute proof that every one of these people received it. They may not have responded, but I have proof in an email receipt that they received it. But let's, to Tracy's point, let's get through 1 first, and then we'll deal with the others, because Teresa was sending them out, and I was just dragging them into folders as she sent them, and there should be a total of 4 administrators and 4 engineers. So
right. I just couldn't find 2 of them. The 2 on administrator. Found all 4 on engineers.
Yeah.
The 2 that you didn't find were sent early.
Yeah, they were down.
Yeah, one of them was sent like the day after the quote stuff went out. I mean, they came in quick, really quick.
Yeah,
Grant Works in Langford, I think.
came out on
sent
February.
Separately. We had
I
to-
think they came out on the 19th. I
Last
think they
week,
came
yeah.
out the same day that Mike sent
Okay,
it.
well,
Okay, so Paul,
apologize. I
yeah,
didn't
so,
see
no,
that.
that's okay. Point of order, let's come back to any discussion, council, on establishing ourselves as the selection review committee.
I think we have no choice.
Yeah.
So,
I don't either, but I'm not gonna make that
oh, I make a
call.
motion, we accept ourselves.
Well, no, let's have the public. Did,
Oh,
Shelley, Shelley Smith, you want to speak on, item 1, please?
Yeah, and I don't know if it's appropriate to talk about what I want to say tonight or if it's a tomorrow thing. Are we going to be talking about which roads
No,
tonight? Not at all.
no, that's part of the application process. So we have to hire these companies. First, we have to name them, then we have to establish a contract with them, the
Okay.
terms of how we're going to work together, and then we start working on the application, which is where we define.
Yeah.
And now there
Roads.
was an application for the grant put in originally, what, a year and a half ago?
Yeah, so
right?
there's 2 application processes. So
Okay.
we've already done number 1.
Phase 1.
And then we're going into phase 2
Right.
application
Now that we've been
process.
selected, we're phase
Yeah.
2. And as I said earlier, that the original one said sidewalks in front of the school, keep the kids safe, roads and ditches.
And
not-
that one was the one a year and a half ago.
Yeah, it's the same grant,
Yeah.
Okay, so.
but you're
do
not
we-
bound by what you said on that. That's just to give them an idea of the kind of projects you're going to think
Right.
about.
Okay, that's what I needed to know.
But
I
there's-
would love to see the application, the original application.
There's criteria for each project. So if we pick an area of town, cause that's what it is, it's a block grant.
Mhm.
So if we pick an area of town, these folks are gonna go out and do the survey according to the criteria of low
Okay.
income and things like
Sure.
that.
Yeah, let's not
Yeah,
get too
but-
much into discussion.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I can tell you, let's take that off to the side. I'll get you a copy of what we have. The only thing I've seen is what's on the TDA Go site, and that's like an online form. And I printed that out. Council has a copy. I'd be happy to share you with a copy of it. It just shows basically those 3 categories and a grant and where we are, and that's it. It really doesn't have
So
But
we
just to
have,
clarify, do we have the original?
application.
yeah.
Well, Teresa has, she's not here to answer, but she has a whole binder full of stuff, and I'm not gonna say she doesn't, and I'm not gonna say she does, because I don't know. I'm not working off of an application, I'm working off of
I'd be curious.
SAM and TDA Go.
I would like to see the original application that was sent in. So,
Okay,
thank you.
okay, so council, we're back to establish us as a grant services RFQ. Do we have a motion?
make a motion, we accept ourselves.
Okay, do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor of establishing the town council, including the mayor, as the selection review committee for the grant? Okay, unanimous. Thank you, council. Okay, so now we are empowered to move to item number 2. And let's start the conversation about reviewing the grant administrator RFP proposals. Our goal here obviously is to move towards selecting a top contender. And so, again, thankfully, we have 4, and those 4 are GrantWorks, Arsenault, let's see, Wilson and Cole. No, hang on, I'm getting, hang on, I'm mixed up
That's
on
it's trailer,
Hader,
Grant Works,
Grant work.
KBSR, and Langford.
Langford.
yeah. Hang on, I handed mine to somebody earlier and got them out of order.
Terry, what are those papers? What are those papers? Pass one of those. Pass those.
That's a stack of your stuff, that's the stuff you
Yeah,
asked for to
so
print.
pass that out to.
Well,
everybody.
everybody has them, they should have them.
Oh, they
Yeah,
do?
we got them.
Okay,
Yeah, they
all right.
should have them.
So Mayor, are we going to determine how we're going to grade these before we take
Well, so
off?
let's talk through this. So the process requires that we use a score sheet, and this is the one recommended by TDA. If you looked at the RFP and RFQ, one of the components of it that was provided to the people that responded was, here's how we're going to score you. And so the smart ones actually provided the proposal with each of these categories. There was a section on experience, a section on work performance, a section on capacity to perform, and they laid it out so you can kind of turn to that section and see what they think. And it told them how many points were going to be given, how much weight for each category, so they knew, you know, what they needed to do well at. So,
So my point is, are we gonna grade them individually? Like we can do it two ways, grade them individually. Once we grade them individually, we can put them on one common grade sheet, as long as we all sign off on that grade sheet. So
that's correct. So in the end, we need to, hopefully by tomorrow night, at that meeting, we need to have come to a consensus on who we think, and the numbers that we put down, whether we put it on 6 pieces of paper or 6 times on 1 piece of paper, need to come to the same conclusion. We can only get 1 grant administrator in this case, because that's what we're on. And so we just need to talk through as best we can. You know, the one thing I am certain of, the next time we do this, we're going to be a whole lot better at it.
It's
I can guarantee you that, but we are where we are, and we need to, I know for me, and I don't think anybody at this table wants to be the one that, you know, harms the town by, you know, impeding this process. I mean, this is an incredible opportunity, one I never expected we were going to have to be dealing with, but to me, it's a huge blessing. Potentially, we've still got to Shelley's point, we've got to find projects that qualify, because remember, this is directed at low to moderate income only. We can't go pave whatever street we want.
Yeah.
They've got
And
to meet criteria.
Yeah.
And
It's residential only.
that's right.
So
We've
just
got to
remember
do
that.
surveys, and we've, you know, like survey, like go ask them questions,
Right.
and qualify. But that's where the grant administrator comes in. They help you do all of that stuff because they know how this works.
Well, they'll
But-
give you the,
but let's pretend for a moment that we can qualify $750,000 or plus, actually it's 647 or something once you pay all the fees, worth of paving and ditch clearing around our town. Let's work off of that basis. You know, how do we feel about these groups and their ability to work with us, to do a good job, to, you know, manage the process and all of that?
Well, I'd say that I went through the 2 that I had, and they're easy enough to grade, except for work performance points 3, 4, and 5. We don't know the work that they completed. In other words, without these references, we couldn't grade on work performance 3, 4, or 5. Everything else we can, well, even 6, 3, 4, 5, 6. Everything else we can grade on.
Well, and
So I did.
I agree with you, Tom. So when I actually completed the worksheets, I did it in pencil because I kept changing my numbers, because I'd read one and then I'd think, no, actually this one's better, and I'd have to adjust the numbers because
Yeah.
it's all relative, right? I'm grading them kind of compared to an ideal, but also each other. But I put no numbers under work performance because I don't have any idea. I don't know. So I thought, well, the only way to do it is give everybody maximum points in that category, so it's kind of a nothing.
Well, 1 and 2, we kind of got an idea from their submittals, and that's what I went off of.
Well, I know, but to me, that was them saying, we do a great job, we never
We're
miss
on time.
budgets.
And we're on
And we
time.
never, and I'm like, okay, so you're saying it, but
But they submitted it to us.
To his point, they replied within the time frame that.
And it
they
was
sent us the
thorough.
request.
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, yeah, okay, so you got your proposal in on time. I'll give you that, okay?
But 3, 4, and 5, and 6, I couldn't answer.
So the way I did it was when I talked to people, those are the kind of questions I talked
Yeah.
a lot of the references.
Well, you got to go to reference, which Mike said he sent references last night.
That's how I got.
Well, and I purposely didn't coach you, any of you, on who you could call or what you could do. I just you do whatever you feel comfortable doing. Tracy called and emailed a bunch. I called and emailed a bunch. I mean, I texted some. I mean, and I was just hoping we were hitting different people. Now, we didn't in some cases, because some of them are like, yeah, just talk to Tracy. And I'm like, what are the odds, you know?
I got that this morning. I
Yeah.
talked to some lady in Tracy. Oh, yeah.
So I didn't bound that process in any way, because I wanted, you know, whatever it took to make you comfortable with the number. But anyway, to your point, Tom, the work performance category, I ended up putting scores down that just left that 0, or I could put 100% on all of them. It's going to do the same thing to the bottom line. They're only going to be separated by those other 3 boxes, which is, so let's do the easy one first. Let's do proposed cost, because that's a math problem, right? That's a real simple one. So in no particular order, I have,
administrative or engineering?
We're only doing administrator right now. We're not doing engineering, just administrator. We got 4 of them. Okay, so if you would skip over to Langford Community Management Services. And you guys correct me if I say anything wrong, but their proposal was 60,000. And again, now interestingly, I noticed,
50, wasn't it?
No, theirs was
60.
60.
That was trailer, it was 50.
so I noticed that I think all of these, I'd have to triple check, but I think I went back and double checked. I think every one of them said that number is negotiable.
Yeah.
But of course, we got no time to negotiate it right now. We're working off of their best and final, right? As far as I'm concerned, it's like, that's the number you put out there. That's what we're going to judge you by because it's all, we don't have time. I mean, we don't have time to grind them down
Well,
and do
I
all
think
that.
once we just pick the one, then we can negotiate some.
Okay,
things.
so
Yeah.
Langford Community Management Services, they're a grant administrator.
Okay.
They proposed a fee of $60,000. The lowest bid, if I got the same number as you, was 46.7.
Mhm.
And who was
Okay.
that for?
46.7
This for,
was
must have been for grant work.
GrantWorks. That's
Yeah.
correct. They were the
Yeah.
low bidder. Okay, so they're the comparison. So if you compare 46.7 to 60,
Hold on.
Yep.
Excuse me. Yes, Grant Works had the lowest bid, but they had a contingency in that bid.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure, I think maybe because it works into the calculation.
okay.
I
So
think
what do
we
you
need to
think
resolve
what do
that.
you read the contingency as? Because I read it too. Tracy and I were talking about it earlier.
Everyone else said basically fixed price.
Yeah.
No changes, anything. That's what I got out in the market.
Okay.
But if you notice, I think it's on page 35.
No, it's way back at the back.
Yeah, they talk about extra cost. I mean,
Right.
they discuss.
And they
Yeah.
say that. So again, if y'all, you know anything about these bids, that's a sly move.
Yeah.
They'll give you a low price to take them to the top, but they have a contingency clause in there. No
Yeah.
one else had the
And,
contingency.
and I don't disagree with that, Dale. And so I think what I would do is I would put 46.7 with a question mark. That
That's
may or
fine.
may not be the whole price, right?
46.7 plus,
Yeah.
and they're telling me that's not the
Okay.
47.
But let's pretend for a moment it's 46.7 because we got to do
For
math on it.
GrantWorks or Langford?
We're on Langford
GrantWorks.
still.
Oh,
GrantWorks
we're on
proposed
Langford.
46.7.
Yes,
Okay.
I got sidetracked.
Okay, so Terry, does the number come out 15.6? Okay, so 15.6 should be the score under proposed cost for Langford.
Yes, sir.
Okay, everybody agree with
What
that?
is it?
15.6. That's A divided by B times 20.
Okay.
So they have a maximum of 20 points. That's if they're the top bidder, and they're
So what
not.
did you put in that lowest proposal was 46?
46.7.
Okay. Okay.
And the math on that gives them a score of 15.6.
Yeah.
We're doing the easy one first. Okay, let's skip over to GrantWorks since we just talked about them.
Okay.
So GrantWorks gave us a proposal of 46.7, and they are the lowest bidder.
So they get 20.
So it's 1 times 20, so they would get 20 points. Again, we're going to put a question mark on that just because we're concerned that they're, yeah, they might be. Now, I will tell you, in fairness to all of these, they are required to disclose the profit that they intend to make on this job, and I think they all put sort of in the 5 to 8%, which is a reasonable profit. That's not an unreasonable after all expenses and everything else. So, okay, KSBR LLC, they quoted 60, the maximum. Lowest bidder is still 46.7. So again, we should come up with a 15.6 on this one.
60K.
It's 46.7 over 60 for a score of 15.6. Okay, and then last, Trailer and Associates. They came in with a bid of 50. When you compare that to the 46.7, you get 18.68, 18.7.
What was their lowest bid?
46.7, it's the same throughout.
Yeah.
So every one of these compares
Okay.
to So if you're the lowest bidder, you get 20 points. If you're worse than the lowest bidder, you get something less than 20. So
What was
you're,
our final score for Grant Works?
20, because they
get.
They bid the
21
lowest.
and under, so they get one-
Yeah, they bid the
maximum
lowest.
one. Calculates 21 something.
Okay, so, and we're not doing this decision based on price, but if we do that, Grant Works is a tiny bit better on the price. I mean, they're a little bit better, but again, because we have a question mark, you know, that's a little bit of a problem because their number is 46.7 and trailer is 50. I mean, you're only talking a little bit of money there. $3,300, right? So not a huge span, but it's weighted heavily, so it gives you a little more variation. Okay,
it's
so
19 something,
say again.
19 point something. Trailer,
No, trailer's 18.7.
18.7.
18.7 for trailer.
Sorry, I forgot to turn it off.
Aggie fight song. Okay, so everybody's got that, right? You got 18.7 for trailer, you've got 15.6 for KSBR, you've got 20 for Grant Works, and you've got 15.6 for Langford. Okay, so let's jump up to the top. Experience. You know, one of the things I wrote next to the score on these was how many years these people had been doing this. Some of them had been doing it. Trailer's been doing it for 53 years, I think, and Langford has been doing it for 40 years. And, you know, so it's, you know, they clearly have been doing a lot of this. So for me, each of them got either a 9 or 10 in this category. Number one, I'm on experience, first item, just because they listed at least a handful of federal projects that they had worked on. Now, the ones that I felt like worked on a lot more, like Grant Works, they got a pretty big volume, and Trailer and Associates has done quite a few. I gave them a tiny bit better just because I felt like they'd worked on more projects than some of these others. But I was impressed. KSBRC, when I was looking at their list of examples, I mean, they've done something just less than $10 billion worth of grants. I mean, that's a lot of grants.
And let me give you some backstory about them. So those people worked for the government
Right.
doing this,
Yes,
and then branched out on their own.
Yes.
So, and they're, yeah.
and you'll
they're a
see
smaller
that
company.
across,
Learn the system and-
that's right, across all of these companies, I found examples on the resumes of things of where they used to work for TDA or they used to work for HUD,
Yeah.
and they joined these firms because they know how to run the system. I mean, they know how it works, so, you know, they've got to,
Matter experts to help the firm.
right.
But when you're looking at it, factors, as far as their experience, one thing that I looked at, I went through all of them, all their jobs and everything, and looked primarily was looking for the amount of road experience.
That's
Me
correct.
too. That's engineering. Because
Well,
that's
I-
what road experience.
I
is.
got that under item 2 on experience, where it says
Yeah.
related experience,
Mhm.
background with specific project type. And I also addressed that on demonstrated understanding of scope of work. Because interestingly, most of these companies never asked what we were going to be doing. Only a couple did. They
Mhm.
called and they said, what are you going to do with this? And I thought, I'm going to tell you because you asked, and that's
Right.
fair.
Mhm.
But most of them didn't ask. And so you look at their proposals and it's like water lines, sewer lines,
But you don't
downtown
think they had
improvements.
access to the SAM program?
Sure they do.
Yeah.
So they could-
Yeah.
So anyway, and those are good
who's got the
projects,
money?
but that's not what we're doing. I want to end up with somebody that's on a few roads because that's our priority
And
right
it's
now.
primarily engineering
That's,
a side of it.
Well,
and it's gonna be,
but-
but still, the administrator needs to know how to write it up or it's not going to get approved. So-
Yeah, but if you notice, the administrators, they aren't engineers, they're
No.
not technical, they're business or whatever,
Contract administrators.
Right.
they're
But-
administrators. yeah.
But they submit the FMS, the MSRA, so they are our person that pays, that gets the payment to the people that need to get the payment to.
They work together.
Yeah.
And I noticed on a number of the engineering firms, when they responded to some of your questions, they're like, we kind of overlap the administrator a little bit, but we try to stay out of their stuff because we don't want to,
Right.
but they know how to do it.
Oh, yeah.
That's just
absolutely.
not their strength. That's not their love, so.
Weaker than us.
Right, so, you know, we're gonna, okay, So related experience, background with federally funded projects. Again, everybody in this group of four has done lots of work with the federal government at all different levels, whether it be on downtown grants or mitigation grants, or a lot of them did disaster recovery grants. You see work from hurricane,
If they're from Port Arthur, they did.
yeah, recovery stuff and you know, other things. The ones I was looking for though is, you know, community development, CBDG, you know, the one that we're going to be doing. We're not a mitigation, we're not a disaster, we are, but not, and we're not qualified that way. But anyway, so I tried to look for relevant experience. Not that they're not good generally, but I don't want a generalist. I want somebody who's like done this before and, you know, got some saddle sores. So, so let's look at experience number one. Let's look at let's try this. If this doesn't work, we'll do something completely different. For Langford, let's start back with them. Community Management Services. They've been in business 40 years. Done a lot of work. So related experience, background with federally funded projects. They get a maximum of 10. What are some thoughts on about what their score should be?
I scored them an 8.
Okay.
And
Okay. So we got an 8 and a 10.
I mean, they definitely had the background experience for sure.
they all have that.
And yeah,
Okay.
That's pretty good.
And that's one of the two that I didn't print out, so I don't know.
Okay. What did you give them?
10.
Okay.
I'm never going to give anybody a perfect score. I'm just not.
Doug, did you weigh in?
This is subjective. to
Well,
the
it is.
Related experience.
I know.
The
Yeah,
problem is if we
10.
give everybody a 10, we're not going to break the tie.
Right.
No, I get that, but there's areas that differentiate. If someone has 40 years versus 30 years, they're experienced
Oh yeah,
in their
yeah,
field.
no doubt.
Sure.
You gotta
Sure.
kind of
You're-
give them
A
that.
5-year company, yeah, they're going to be in it for less experience.
I think there was one with engineering that said, I think we've been doing roads for 1 or 2 years. That one, okay.
Yeah.
That was the new firm up in Paris.
Yeah.
I think that was.
But I agree.
So,
Okay, so we got
To me, that's-
a couple of 10s. We got an 8. I gave him a 9. So we got 8, 9, and 10. Doug,
I'll take a 9.
9.
We'll
Okay,
make them
so
help.
we got 2 9s. How about we settle on 9? Everybody okay with that?
Perfect. So you're going to keep a final score?
We're going to try this. If
Okay.
this works, this
Yeah,
will be
I think
incredible.
This is great.
But I'm
I mean,
It'll work a whole lot better, trust me.
Because I only
Wait a
scored
minute,
2 of
what
them,
do we have?
so.
We have 2 9s, 18. A 10.
2 10s and an 8.
So it's 20, 38.
Well, you can average them, huh?
Yeah. Divided by 4.
No, but 5. 'Cause there's,
Five.
well, actually 6 of us. Let's see. There should be 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, Tom didn't because he didn't read that one, so
Yeah.
he's out. So
So
divided by
Two.
5.
3, 4. We're missing 1,
Well, 9 times 5 would be
2 9s.
45. So
2, oh, and an 8.
yes, an 8.
So 46 divided by
It's not.
5.
9.
I don't think we need to give percent. You know.
No, I just think that's.
Whole numbers.
Instead of trying to pick.
Yeah,
a
9 is
be a
it.
little more.
Okay, let's try it again. That worked. Maybe it'll work twice. Number 2, related experience, background with specific project types. And this is where I measured them on, have they done jobs like the jobs that we're going to hire them to do?
That's what I did.
Right? So have they done road stuff? And I felt like in the case of Langford, I'll just shout out, I gave them a 5 because I felt like they had, I went through their packet and I highlighted all the road stuff. And those are all their road projects. I mean, they've done a fair number of road and ditch.
Yeah.
I think that's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I got the
that's
5.
that's more than a couple.
They had a lot
So,
of road
Yeah.
work, they got all 5 points.
so I think, my opinion, I think they are familiar with the kind of project that we're going to be doing and could represent us. So I gave them a 5. So what else do we have?
5.
5.
5. Okay. So if you average 5s, you get 5. So
5.
the score's going to be 5. Okay, next one, certified administrator of TDA. So they, like others, included all their little diplomas or on their resumes, an indication. And what I read was they got a lot of administrators.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't remember their head count, but they got a lot. I mean, these people are not stupid. They get everybody. In fact, one of the firms, 100% of the employees are grant administrators because they want them, even if they're just the clerical person, they want them to know the process. They want them to understand.
75.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I gave them under certified, I gave them full credit. I gave them 5 because I felt like they had
5.
more than a few and that was
Mhm.
fair, so. Okay, so we're going with a 5 there. Okay, references from current past clients. Now, here's where we're gonna have to each pitch in what we heard, because some of you got stuff, some
And
of
so
you didn't.
that's gonna be in some of the stuff that you got.
Right, so Tracy provided a packet with some things. I can tell you, again, we're still on Langford. I got a response from Harker Heights, Texas, where they had done a job. I got a positive on that, and I got one from Smithville, Texas, and I got a positive on that. And I have those letters, you know, they basically, I highly recommend them for any and all grant administration. The city of Boyd has extensive experience, and I think he said they had like put in the entire water system up there or
Yeah.
something. I mean, they,
All of my responses, they were very positive responses.
right.
Yeah. I talked to Lyford, I talked to Hallettsville, and
Smithville.
surprisingly enough, the lady at Hallettsville also worked for Bastrop and worked for another one of the administrators, and she regarded Langford.
You know, well, and it's funny you say that, because I started talking to a guy at Paris this morning, and before we got done, we talked about the entire state of Texas. I mean, he knows all that. He used to work for TxDOT. He was a fireman. He was a police chief. He was a this. He's like, yeah, you need to call Bob over. He's the city manager now. He used to be our chief. You know, it's like, you guys all run around together. I mean,
That's what I was finding. It was the weirdest thing.
they know each other.
Yeah, they
It's a tight knit community.
I only
So
had one of the administrators didn't name a name, but weren't very kind in their words about other people that had applied.
oh, well, yeah. I'm not going to get into that. So for me, references from current and past, I gave them full points. I gave them 10 because I just,
Yeah, I did.
I don't think these, of course, they said they were great, but you know, a couple of examples. These companies didn't get this big and exist for this many years by, you know, being bad. So I gave them the benefit of the doubt, and I said score of 10. Anybody
So
different with that?
I'm gonna give you a little bit more in depth about Langford. So Hallettsville has continued to use them and have used them for 10 plus years, and they are still using this Langford.
Outside of return contractor. Just use
Mostly
that
for
engineering
grants.
firm.
And one of the things that they told us is that, or they told me, was that every time this grant comes up, they tell us to apply.
Right.
So that was kind of exciting for me, because I was like, I had no idea that's how it worked.
Well, that's
So-
what we're going to find out. You know, tonight, and I was going to say this earlier, in my opinion, is a little bit historic, because this is where me making this commitment years ago to start having more of, you know, grow old and have a teachable heart versus old and getting cranky. This could change our town.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, these people, when they're working with you, they're looking for other opportunities because they get paid. If they can go
That's right.
find you money, they can go find a grant that you qualify for. So,
Plus, they got people in DC.
yeah,
Yes.
I mean, this could be
And
interesting.
And I can tell you that Langford knows people at TDA on a personal level.
Well, and I think they all do. But
Probably.
anyway, so I gave Langford under references, I gave them a 10. Does anybody disagree with that? I think they're fine. Okay. So subtotal should be 29 for Langford, right? So that's 19 and 10 is 29.
Yeah,
Okay, so
I
we got a
scored 'em.
29, so you can carry that 29 down to the bottom
Okay.
under experience. Okay, now we have 2 scores. We're getting there. The others will go faster. Okay, work performance, as Tom and I kind of shared earlier, I don't even know, other than, yeah, you got your bid in on time, but I don't know, everybody's going to do fine with that, because actually nobody tried to be late. I mean, these were all, one submitted the day after we sent their proposal out,
Mhm.
and then the others all came in well ahead of the stop time.
I gave Langford 28 on this.
But what I did on those, as I asked the references about those questions.
Okay.
Not only that, but if you go,
Otherwise, I'm
But do we
not-
have it for all of them? Because that's the fear I had, is if we only got references on one, how do we
I
score?
thought Langford did have complete projects on there.
Well, they
When
do, but
they-
that's their assessment. That's not an
Right, that's
independent
their
assessment. That's Terry saying he got the building done in time. It's like, well, I don't know if you did or didn't. Let me talk to the customer.
Right.
Well, you don't have time.
Yeah.
He's not,
Well,
available.
Once
I
you
mean-
factor in the check, I got it.
Yeah.
So I think because we had such a quick cycle time on this, I think we're in a little bit of a predicament here because we haven't had, weeks or a month to get detail and
Mhm.
lay out questions and all that. So
So do we just want to leave work performance blank on all of them?
Either zero or maximum.
yeah, I don't think we give them zeros because that would say, I think you just give them the max and that way everybody is affected the
So we
same.
did
Okay.
your job.
But if Dale
Yeah, I
contacted
talked to-
all of them,
Yeah, I talked to people.
he said he called all
I
the
did too.
references.
I did too.
And that's what I got. was-
Timeliness, on schedule.
So did you get anything less than
responsive.
what you'd call a 5 out of 5?
I got 30.
Okay,
Oh,
well,
yeah.
so if we went with Dale or we went with us, we still get a 30. Everybody okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Just to kind of neutralize it, because again, we just don't know. We have to take their word for it and Dale's word for it, and I trust Dale. So we're going with 5 in each of those. And their score is 30, and so now you can carry that down to the bottom under work performance. Okay, and then the last category is capacity to perform.
Mhm.
And the first factor is qualification of professional administrators and the experience of the staff. So how qualified, based on the resumes and the material in here, do we believe their team members are, their leader, but also their team members? Because several of them actually showed us the team
Yeah.
that's assigned to us.
Mhm.
In some cases, it started with the owner of the company up top and then,
That's
people
what
below
the
that.
case was with.
Yeah, and let me just say this, just so you know, on Langford, a retired city manager that I talked to, he said the lady, I don't remember her name.
Judy?
Angela,
Angela.
Oh.
He said every time I called her, she
Yeah.
called me back.
Angela and
He said,
Ann,
you can
both.
pick up the phone and talk to her.
Yeah.
And which was
That's what I
telling me,
got.
so there's some out there you couldn't talk to?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and that's going to be a consideration, and I don't know how that's captured in here, but, we need to
Well,
go with a firm.
Present and projected workload.
Yeah,
I
we
would
need,
think.
we need to go with a firm, well, not just that, but somebody that's going to pay attention to us. We're going to be a little bit irritating probably this first run through because we just don't know what we don't know.
Mhm.
And so we want to be with
We need
somebody
helping
that's
hand.
responsive, that's patient, that's used to
Mhm.
working with smaller towns. I mean, some of these grants are $1 billion. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a whole different world than 750,000.
Right.
So, I don't know how we capture that when we make the final, but it's not just do they have the staff and do they have the resources. In other words, they're not already over committed, but based on our calling, because I had the same experience, Dale. Some of them I called, and I mean, they were like, they picked up first time, and what do you need? I mean, some of them were texting me back at 11 o'clock last night,
Yeah.
with answers, and I'm like, I like that.
Yeah.
That's impressive because, and I'll tell you what, they're never going to treat you better than during the proposal
Right.
phase.
Yeah,
Once
you
you
gotta do
once you
that.
give them the contract, they do not improve in performance. I mean, that's just my experience, right? Because so their performance right now, I think, is important.
Well, and I think too, they were one of the first ones that responded to our emails. I think that's important.
Yeah, I mean, I talked to Judy just a couple hours ago. She was sending me some
Yeah.
stuff. So she's the owner of the company. She's very
But there's
responsive
nowhere
and
to
very.
your point, Mike. There's nowhere to grade that.
No.
So that's where the subjectivity comes in on a top
Sure.
score, maybe.
Right.
But being that we have to use this criteria to grade them on, unless you can show me somewhere where it says answers my phone call every time, I don't know where.
No,
you,
I know.
Well,
I don't
those
know
are-
where you put that in there.
Well,
No, it's important.
Well, it's
in
number
there, but
number 2 under work
Somebody
performance.
volunteers
I
that
don't
answer.
think so.
I mean, you take it.
Well, number 2.
Well, we
response
could
to client.
use work performance and make that
Yeah.
our, because it says responds to client TDA request in a timely manner. If we get to a position where we feel like the best one isn't coming out because we don't have the numbers, I'm okay with going back and using that 5
Yeah.
to
But
separate
I'm
them.
curious to see what everybody's score is when we get done on that line item. Is what I'm saying. Because they have been receptive, and I'm guessing they all.
Yeah,
have top scores
I think that
already.
most of them have. It's a little hard
No, they
too,
have
though,
not had.
Oh, okay.
because I just started calling some of them 24 hours ago, and it's like, come on, you got to be fair. I mean,
Right.
24
Right,
hours
true.
ago,
True.
you know, it's, if you got your microphone
I-
on, Terry, somebody's telling me they can't.
But
hear you.
I will say, every time that I have picked up the phone to call Angela at Langford or text her or email, she was Johnny on the spot. And that is exactly what I got from the people that they have worked with.
Okay, well, let's keep scoring and we'll see where it lands.
Yeah,
and then
we're
we'll-
still on
Let me
Langford,
make
so.
another point. If, when you talk to these references, when you talk to them, they're telling where they're doing this project, doing this, and they're gonna bid this, they're gonna do this. What I saw was repeat,
Right.
this,
Yeah.
repeat relationship.
Agreed.
Yes.
That to me was more important
Sure.
than the one, because quite honestly, I talked to all of these about some of the other ones, or some of the references, not the people.
Well, you probably wouldn't go back to them if they
Would
treated
not
you
go
bad.
back.
I mean,
That's
that's not
Yeah.
likely, so.
That's what I got.
Okay, capacity to perform, qualifications and professional administrators' experience of staff. Okay, so I felt like they had very capable staff. I mean,
Agreed.
they're professional, they've got college degrees, they're all TDA rated and all of that. So I gave them a 5. I mean, I couldn't separate.
5.
I think whether they had 5 super good people or 100, they still have good people. So I gave them a 5. Anybody disagree?
No.
Okay. Present and projected workloads. Here again, for me at least, I had to take their word for it. When they
Right.
said we have resources available,
Yeah.
I don't know how to tell other words. I mean, I'm not looking at their
I
book,
asked
so.
that question to the references.
Well, you look at their staffing and what their qualifications are in their staffing, knowing that they spread their projects out,
Right.
which they deal with them.
Yeah, I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt that they've got people to cover us. I don't think we're gonna be the biggest burden they have over the next year or two, but, and remember, this doesn't start till next year.
Right.
So it's not like they've gotta have this,
time to build their.
yeah, they got,
Yeah.
if they win, they might add a couple people, I
Right.
don't know.
And to that point,
I bet there's
When-
a third party contract.
so at the end of this year, there's another one of these grants. So I know some of our worries have been about, okay, this is only gonna get us so far. But if we apply for this same grant at the end of this year, by the time this project is complete, we'll be funded for the next one.
Yeah, we gotta,
And two, you need to understand, the administrator doesn't need to come out on the job site every day.
No.
Yeah.
Their communication is all electronic.
Yeah.
okay, number 2, under capacity to conform, present and projected workloads. Again, we're gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. I would a 5. Anybody disagree with that?
No.
We'll assume they're grown-ups and they know how to manage their staff. Quality of proposal, okay, so this is where you kind of look for the typos and the whatevers. Anybody have any issues with Langford's proposal?
I didn't have any issues. I gave them a 5.
Yeah, I thought it looked fine. I didn't see any. And I pay attention to that kind of stuff because I figure if they're making mistakes on the proposal, they're gonna make mistakes on the job. It's like, okay, detail is important,
Right,
right?
yeah.
If you don't catch, stuff there. And so I thought their proposal, in my words, was very polished. I thought they did a nice job, describing the staff, the pictures, you just,
I think they were
seemed to
one of
be
the
a little
few
more
that had the
specific
FEMA
for
stuff.
Huh?
I think they were one. Oh, no, I think there were only 2 that I saw FEMA stuff on, and they were one of them.
well, and they gave us all their certificates. I
Yeah.
mean, proof that they're really TDA people. I mean, they gave us everything. So I gave them full points on quality of proposal, work plan. Anybody disagree? Okay, so we got a 5 there. Demonstrated understanding of scope of work of the particular project that we're gonna be doing. So what are the thoughts there? I actually gave them a 4. I'm trying to remember why I gave
I
them
gave
a
them
4.
a 5.
but-
They
gave 'em a
had
5.
quite a bit of,
Road
go
work.
through them, road work,
Yes.
sidewalk, road work. I gave them a 5. Cause I mean, when you look at a lot of these, and especially when you get into engineering, it's all water.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, that's right. And some of them even said, we basically got into business to do water and sewer and
Mhm.
that's our
Yeah,
thing.
that's
One of the
what it was.
engineering firms said that, so.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got a 4, but I don't know if I can defend that because I don't remember why I
I
put
gave
it
them a
down.
5.
Okay, so we got a 5. Dale?
5.
Okay,
5.
Doug?
5, sir.
Yeah.
Terry?
Yes, sir.
5 and a 5, okay, 4. Well, that's gonna land on a 5, so they're gonna get a 5.
Then I lost count of what that last number post cost, but up to that point is 79. So what did we come up with? A little different than what I had, but
Well, we gave, the first category totaled 29, the second category totaled 30,
those three. add
and
up
this
to
category equals 20. Because we gave them all 5s,
the- yeah,
the capacity to
They got
perform.
15. They got 15.6.
that's what I need. 15.6. So
That's correct.
94.6.
Is that what it is? Terry, you agree with that? 29 plus 30 plus 20 plus 15.6.
Plus 15.6.
Yes. What is it again? I already forgot it. 94.6?
94.6.
Okay. Out of 100, so that's a pretty good score. Okay, so let's, now that we know kind of how we're doing this, let's jump into the second one. You got 1 under, you got 3 to go. Let's do Grant Works just for fun.
Oh, boy.
Okay, so Grant Works, they went on pages because they had a lot of pages. They clearly have a good proposal person. Did a nice job putting the presentation together. We're going to start up at experience, related experience, background with federally funded projects. I gave them a 10. Anybody have any different numbers than that? I mean, they have done a lot of work.
I said 9.
They're one of the biggest.
Well, that's
Okay.
higher than your other one, so it's
10, 9,
10.
10. Dale, you're a 10.
No, I think I had them at 6, and I think,
A 6.
yeah.
Holy cow, Doug.
Really?
I'll give
Yeah,
him an
I
8.
have my reasons.
8.
Okay.
Okay, Tom, is this one you looked at?
I didn't.
Didn't see it. Okay, so Tom's a neutral. So, well, what's your score? A 6? Give us whatever your number is.
6
I gave you
to
a
9.
6. 6 to 9, but I changed it to a 9 because Mike had a 9. or
No,
somebody had a
I
9.
want your number. We're gonna
I had a
average.
6.
Okay, so
Okay.
me a 10, 6, 10,
36.
10, 8.
You can't dispute they have a background.
Oh, Terry, what do you come
What
up
is
with?
it?
10, 6, 10, 10, 8. So that's 38, 44. Divided by 5.
8.8.
It's a 9.
It's a 9.
Okay, anybody
Yeah,
disagree with a 9?
That's fine.
That's fine.
Okay, number 2, related experience, background with specific project type. In other words, the exact kind of work that we're going to have them doing. And here again, I know in my copy at least, I highlighted all the road projects. Again, these guys have just done a huge
Lots.
Yeah.
amount of
I
work.
gave him a 5.
12 billion.
Yeah, and they gave us an extensive list of stuff, and there are quite a few on there that were roads,
Mhm.
that were our community development, the exact type of grant that we're gonna get, and they were doing street improvements, so I felt like they did it, so I gave them a 5. Anybody differ than that?
Gave them
I
4.
gave him a 5.
Okay, so we got 1, 4,
I got a 4.
okay, a 4, Terry,
5.
5, okay, I'm a 5, Tracy, what are you?
5.
4.6.
4.6 rounds to 5.
That's
I
fine.
mean, if you round it, unless you want to give a half score. I
Well,
mean, we
that,
gave a fractional score
well-
down here. I guess we
Yeah.
could give a half a score.
Yeah, I mean, our cost score.
Total numbers for now.
Or our cost scores are.
Yeah, but if we're not careful, we're not going to be able to split them.
right.
Our cost
Hit
categories
point.
decimal
Yeah, it could
points.
be a percentage.
Okay, I'm going to call it a 4.5.
Well, 8.8 on the top one then.
Well, actually, it's a 4.6, right?
Yeah, 4.6.
Okay, I'm going to call it 4.6.
8.8. We might need to review.
Yeah,
the
we
other
may need
sheet.
to go back through and,
Yeah.
well, because otherwise they're never going to separate. I
Right.
mean, they're going to keep being the same number.
Right.
Okay, number 4, certified administrator of the grant program. I wrote down they have 75 administrators that are TDA certified.
They've got the experience.
I
Well,
said-
and then you weigh it against how many projects they have going on at the time.
Well, when I looked at that list, they were old projects.
I noticed that. Yeah, I
Nothing
noticed that.
really-
Nothing current.
Closest one was
21.
24.
No, I think, are you sure?
They have a
Yeah, you're
25.
right.
it
They
was
are.
21.
2018,
21.
2007,
Yeah.
2004.
Yeah,
Is that I know it was at the end of the list,
yeah,
towards the end of the
And
list.
that's a good point.
Yeah.
Maybe they hadn't been working a lot lately.
Which I thought was a little strange.
I noticed
It's
that.
almost
when I was
like we
going
got a
through.
stale proposal to me.
To be honest with you, that's what I felt overall.
It was
That's
stale.
just, it was just
It was
something
boilerplate.
that just wasn't clicking with
Yeah,
me.
it was just boilerplate.
They didn't freshen it up.
They didn't,
Yeah,
I mean, look at the first page, you wanna talk about? They call this a 27-28 project. And on
That's
the
true.
first
That's
page, it's a 25-26 project.
that's
Yeah.
true.
That
That's
tells
a
me,
that's a typo.
you know,
and then I was asking Mike earlier to look up, figure 18, and we figured out that's messed up because it's actually
Missing.
figure 17 or
Yeah.
18's missing.
Okay, well, let's try to capture that in the score somehow because we need things to
yeah,
set these
just
people
one other
apart.
thing on this, when you go through, something I found strange, when you go through on page 5, 4, here's the things they said: provide advice, coordinate with your staff,
Your stuff. Yeah.
assist, advise, provide like cash, advise, assist.
That's what was throwing me off.
We need them to do the work.
Right.
Yeah.
We have
Support
those staff.
data-
Right.
Support.
Yeah,
data
bring your own
collection.
laborers
Yeah.
because,
We're not doing it all, you're gonna do a bunch of it.
Yeah.
yeah, well, that's a,
To me, that was the part, help the town, assist the town.
okay, well, let's see if that's captured down below. So certified
Well, it should be
administrators,
That should be top.
There, right?
well, no, it's one we just did maybe, related experience or background. I mean, do we think it's one of the ones we just went through that we need to reconsider?
Well, let's see, maybe it's in work performance.
I mean,
Well, I scored
does
a
anybody
lot.
doubt that their people are certified? I mean, I'm taking them at their
No, no
word. If they
doubt.
say they're all certified grant administrators,
I
I'm
think all of
believing
them
them.
have a college degree.
A lot of Aggies in there too, wasn't it?
Well, that's never a bad thing.
So I don't know, it's just that, I just didn't get warm fuzzy at all.
Well, I never got a call back from them.
Well, I did get emails from Bruce, the owner, so he did.
Yeah. And- Their home
The
office.
main office is an awesome.
They got a ton
and
of
the
offices.
project
Yeah,
will
they
be
do have a lot of
managed-
They have a
offices.
ton of
Yeah.
Yes,
offices.
but the
Yeah.
project will
I
be
did get an
managed
email
out of the
response.
Austin office.
Yeah.
They got two main offices, right? Austin and
so.
Paris,
Paris?
maybe?
Yeah.
No, is it Paris or Tyler?
Yeah,
I don't
somewhere up
remember.
north.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, certified administrator program, let's see, certified administrator TD program at TDA. I gave him a 5. I
5.
disagree with that.
I agree.
Doug,
5.
number 4. Okay, so we're leaving that at 5.
Yeah.
References from current past clients. I got 0 references, so, and I
I
did
got one.
call them and they were gonna try to send them to me and they may have come in tonight, but I haven't seen
I've
them.
talked to 3 people that have
Okay.
used it.
Okay,
Paris.
One, the lady, she's Mary, I don't know if y'all talked to this Mary, anyway, she said they did the job and that's all she would say.
There you go.
And then, so I called the city of,
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I-
bad. I can't
That's
talk.
kind of like not
And
rehireable.
another one I talked to, the retired city manager. So he'd been doing this a while. He said, "Don't get me started."
Oh, that's a flag.
Yeah.
See, that's where I was at when I was reviewing theirs. I really just kind of went, I quit
Yeah.
because I just
So
didn't have
here's
the blue of the
another
city.
issue with the
Yellow didn't have
proposal.
one for the
Okay, I'm gonna
So-
raise my 10 because I'm
You got
not thinking we're headed there.
One that said, "Yeah, we've used them
35.
one
That
time."
35
Right.
corridor.
Yeah,
That's what you get out of it.
Yeah.
right.
You get them once, and after that, they said, "No, we need."
They're not impressionable.
We need a warming.
Well, you know, remember, we're not gonna go to trial on
No,
how we
no,
score them. This
right.
is our opinion. I mean, if we feel a certain way, we're gonna write that number down and that's
It's not
it.
my
Yeah.
opinion. I talked to these people.
We don't have to,
Right.
we don't have to defend this to anybody but ourselves. We need to walk out of here feeling strong about one of these
Yeah.
that we want to
one-
live with for the next
Yeah.
2 years.
One of their references was the city of Josephine.
Okay.
I know some people in Josephine. And they had a lady's name listed that worked on the project. She's no longer there, so that's not current in their proposal. So I had talked to a lady named Tabitha, and she said they've done a good job. That's pretty much it.
But there was nothing glowing,
Yeah, I haven't heard.
nothing.
Yeah.
What'd you score
Hmm?
them? What'd you score them on that category?
7,
Which one was that?
It's pretty
the
high.
last one of
References.
references for current.
Oh.
I mean,
Well,
they gave
I gave
us
them a
references,
10,
they just didn't
because they-
answer.
No,
Yeah.
but we talked
And-
about
and
references and
incomplete.
other people too.
so if we want to score it off the knowledge that we've gained, then we need to change it.
Well,
So
I
that's
think
what-
since Dale is the one that went the deepest on it, I believe what he said. I'm gonna go a lot better with that than just
I agree.
So guys,
imagining.
I
That
think
carries a lot of weight to
What
me.
Tracy said is important too.
Yeah.
When someone says they did the job, that's like saying, how was the employee? You said, well, these are dates.
we've all given personal
Right.
You know, that's
references. I've
really important when they only say that.
Yeah.
You wanna ask, would you rehire him?
And guys, this is what you need to understand.
Well, I've had a lot of people comment on this particular one
Mhm.
that said they would not use them again.
Again, those are flags though. We need to pay attention. I don't wanna learn that after we hired them.
That's right.
Because what we're looking for, guys, understand this, we're looking for a company that we can go back to time and develop
Right.
a working relationship.
Yeah, I'm not into taking chances. This
Yeah.
is, there's enough risk in all that we're doing, so. Okay, so I'm erasing my number and starting with nothing, so
Me too.
Dale, you said a 7.
7.
I'm inclined to stick with a 7. I think, I trust your
I'll agree.
feedback. Anybody feel different?
5. 5 for me.
5.
Okay, so we got 5, and we got 3 sevens.
Like I said, I just didn't get a warm fuzzy.
24.
21, 26, 31.
21 and 10. 31.
5 and 5, 10, 14.
I think we're on a 6 point something.
6-2.
Okay, 6.2. Anybody disagree with that?
No.
That's the average of our scores. Okay, so 8.8, 4.6, 5, and 6.2.
24.6.
24.6, and you can carry that down to the bottom. 24, we gotta do something to separate these, because if we give everybody good scores, we're, for no reason, we're gonna have to flip a coin. Okay, work performance. Let's see, on our last one, we used, last one we gave them the benefit of the doubt. Is there anything we've learned about these that would cause us to drop any of these? Submits it in a timely manner, they got it in on time. Responds in a timely manner,
I gave them a 2.
yeah, I think they're,
Well, based on the conversations I had with the people I talked to, I gave them 4 on everything except managing projects with budgetary restraints. I asked that specific question of a town, and they said we didn't have a problem with the cost. In other
Okay.
words, so I gave them a 5 on that one.
Okay.
but you gave them on 4s on
on
everything
everything
else?
See, I gave them a 3 on past client TDA projects. Have low level of monitor findings, concerns. Maybe that was a misinterpretation on my part. So I'm good with the 4.
Okay, on number 2, responds to clients, I got a 4 and I got a 2. Anybody have a number other than that?
I have a 2.
Okay, I
No, I'm sorry, excuse me, 3.
Okay, I have a 2, 3, and a 4. Any different?
I had a 5.
5, okay. I'm not gonna weigh in on that. I'm gonna trust you guys. So let's do 4, 2, 3, and 5. That's 8, 10, 14, divided by 4 is 3.5.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got 3.5. So the first one is 4, the second one is 3.5, the third one is 4, fourth one is 4, fifth one is 4, and the sixth one, I heard 5. Does anybody differ with the last one being a 5?
No.
Doug, you okay with that?
I did
That was
three.
manages projects within budgetary
I
constraints.
gave him a 3.
Okay, got a
I'm
3
sorry.
and a 5.
That's why I asked that question, because of the way they priced it with
Yeah.
the caveat.
Yeah.
So it'll be fine there if you saw those changes.
See, I had a 2 on
And I
that.
didn't see one.
You had a
so
what?
I'll give them
I had a
the
2 on that
Yeah,
one.
but you
I
know as
erased
well,
it.
you know as well as I do, you can ask that question, did they complete the job, did they finish the job, but how good of a job
Right, and that's what I asked.
did they do?
And to whose specifications did you do that in a timely manner?
Okay, here's where we're at, team. So 4, 3.5, 4, 4, 4, 4.6.
So 4.01, so 4.
Wait a minute.
No, we're doing the decimal points.
But we're not going out 2/10.
Okay.
4.01.
Is the last
Okay.
score?
No, that's 4.6. Your average is. Oh, we're doing totals. We
Yeah,
weren't doing
do-
averages on
Yeah,
those. Was we?
4.6. Yeah, it should be a bigger number.
24.1.
How much? 24.1? Okay, so work performance, they get a 24.1. That's the second entry down below. So we have a 24.6 and a 24.1. Now we're going to the third category, capacity to perform. Okay, qualification of professional administrators, in other words, experience of their staff. What do we think about that?
I gave him a 4. I gave him a 4.
5.
I'll give him 5.
Give
Give him a 5.
5, 5,
You will give it
4.
a 5?
I gave him a 4.
Okay.
4.
Wait a minute, I got a 4, I got a 5, I got a 5.
4 divided by 5. You were a 5?
Yeah, I was a 5.
4.8.
Okay. Okay, first number is 4.8. Yeah, we might want to relook at the first one and
Yeah.
score it in decimal.
Yeah.
Okay, number 2, present and projected workloads.
I gave them a 0 because they didn't.
Yeah, they don't have
proposal
anything
was
current.
absent.
Well, and you,
Well, they don't have
funny you
anything
say that,
current.
because I thought the same thing. I didn't get any sense for, we got plenty of people,
Yeah.
we, like any confidence builder.
That we have
Yeah.
these projects, how many
Yeah.
projects?
Yeah, I didn't see where they, and that's important, right? I mean, that was something you put in the request, was tell us about your ability to pull this off. I guess maybe they're just assuming we're big, they'll get that, but
And that's how I graded it.
What?
That they were large and they had multiple offices
Yeah,
and lots of staffing. Now,
Yeah.
I'm making a presumption that they're gonna,
yeah.
Be able to-
They've got a workload,
yeah.
Mhm.
but because they didn't tell us that workload,
Right.
I mean,
Okay.
they had this same grading.
I got a 0, I got a 5, Tracy,
I got a 0.
0, Doug,
2.
2, Terry.
Well, I don't know now. I mean, yeah.
I mean,
they
I didn't
tell
like
us anything, but I'm
the fact that they didn't put it in there either. I gave them the benefit of the doubt, but you're
just
right.
assuming if you have 40 field offices, you got work.
So
You
give
got work, but tell me how much work you have in my area.
Yeah,
But
I'm-
if we go by what they said, their most recent project is 3 years back.
And I did give them some grace that this was a boilerplate, which
Yeah.
plays into other scores. That this
Right.
is just a
Yeah, but I don't want them, dumbing us down. I mean, they need
Yeah,
to.
it was boilerplate for sure.
Yeah, and I don't want
And I
them to
went
think we're
through-
dummies and we're not looking at
I
this
mean, they
stuff.
did give us a little, here's your team, right?
Yeah.
They gave
Right.
us a little chart that said, these are the people that'd be dedicated to you, so.
Yeah.
And
I
no-
went through their
and
list
no
of
change
projects and
in the
pointed
next
out
3 months.
all the road sidewalk type stuff.
Yeah.
I looked at it,
But it just wasn't
but you look at the dates,
relevant.
Yeah,
21,
21,
16, 22, 20, 19.
Yeah.
Those are old projects.
Okay, I got a 0, a 5, a 0, a 2, and a 3.
I'm gonna go with the 2. I can.
Yeah. And then
Okay.
the closest one I found. was
5,
24.
7,
Well,
12.
that told me anything.
Divided by
12 divided by 5. There's 12 divided by
2.4.
6, sorry, 12 divided by 6. Because everybody voted, so that's gonna be 2.
okay.
Okay, so the second one is a 2, present and projected workloads. Okay, number 3, quality proposal work plan. Okay, so this is where we bring out, Doug, your thought that it's stale, that they just sort of dusted something off and put the wrong name on it and sent it to us.
Well, I gave them a 5 mainly because there was nothing here to tell us. I mean, they've done it.
Well, I am a little irritated though on the front
Quality of
page, it says
proposal, though.
27, 28. I mean, I was very clear. I gave them the grant number
Mhm.
They could have looked it up, and I gave them the year. I said
We're a small
25,
deal.
26.
Bid it, you know.
I gave them a
Forget
2
it.
because
Two.
that chart wasn't in there that they
This
referenced.
is a town that's never done a grant.
Yeah,
Let's get it.
We need help.
right.
It's a sign of the upper management.
Things to come.
We-
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna give them a 2. You gave them
2.
2. Dale,
5.
5. Doug,
What did I do? 3. Wait a minute,
Okay.
2.
2.
2.
Terry,
2.
okay. So we got 4 2s, that's 8, and we got a 5. That's 13 divided by 5.
2.6.
Okay, 2.6. Okay, that's good. We're getting some spread. Okay, number 4, demonstrated understanding scope of work at TCB. I marked them down here because they didn't ask, and I didn't feel like they were just like everything.
I just assumed.
I mean, coincidentally, they had a lot of street projects, but I don't know, it just bothered me that people didn't, they know these funds can be used for a lot of things. Why wouldn't you ask, what kind of projects are you gonna be doing? So make sure I got staff
Right.
and I can really focus. You know, you can see the ones that ask because they like sharpened it. They're like road project, road project, road
And
project.
the proposal, I mean, followed the outline to it.
And it was fair to ask. I didn't
Yeah.
say you can't ask. I mean, if they called, I answered. So I was a little disappointed that they
A
didn't
lot of
ask.
them answered every one of these.
I gave them a
questions.
4, but I'm gonna
Yeah.
go down.
I didn't
I'm
even go
gonna
off
say
that.
3.
Off that.
I did.
Okay, I'm a 3. Tracy?
I gave them a 5.
Okay, Tracy's a 5. Dale?
5.
5. Doug?
3.
3. Terry?
3.
3. Okay, so you got 10 and 9 is 19.
3.8.
Divided by 5, 3.8. Okay. 4.8, 2, 2.6, 3.8.
Say that again.
4.8,
Mm-hmm.
2, 2.6, 3.8.
13.2.
Okay, and you can carry that to the bottom. Well, I'm glad you guys are here helping me because I got different numbers. But I think sobriety is setting in. Okay, so 13.2, so we can actually total them up. So 24.6.
Yep.
24.1. 13.2, wait a minute, 24.1, 13.2, and 20.
81.9.
81.9.
Let's go back to
Now let's go
Langford.
back to the money.
Let's go back to Langford.
Yeah, because we've kind of changed up our methodology.
Which rubbed me wrong. They came in 46. They came in under the 60,000 plus contingencies.
Right.
That's not the way it's supposed to be bid. So
Right.
I put them in there. I use them as a 60.
Okay, let's go back to Langford because we're.
He wants
Well,
to
but
talk
wait,
about their
we
money.
haven't done the cost. I mean, y'all agreed.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I see what you're saying. You're calling foul on.
Oh, no.
So their lowest bid was 46.5, right?
They did that to get the
46.7.
They
job.
did that to everybody though.
Well,
You gotta remember, they've done that.
I think the statement there is we don't believe that number,
Exactly.
or we don't have confidence in
agree.
that number.
When
But I don't know how we do that with A divided by B times 20. I
Having
think
done projects like this, with that contingency, why not a big company with the big overhead, and they didn't take every dollar they could get? Tells me that's gonna cost us 60,000.
Okay, so let's play with this a second. Who do we believe the lowest bidder is that we believe?
Langford,
I agree.
But do we have the ability to be that subjective when we're comparing A plus B?
I don't know.
I don't think we have that ability on the score
only
sheet.
because
Well,
their
but-
50,000 was.
Well,
turned-
they may
Here-
get kicked out
here's-
anyway. They got
here's
some low
something-
numbers, so
yeah,
it may
here's
take care
something-
of itself.
Yeah. So think about this. They did this intentionally because they knew that this
Yeah.
was on the score sheet, so they would.
Oh, they're
get more
maxing out their
points.
points.
Yeah.
No,
Their
no
points
doubt
are-
about it. But
Yeah.
do we have anything that in black and white that says we can differ from what that formula
Yeah, I
says?
don't know.
There's nothing that says we can't.
I've never done this before either, so.
The
Don't
impression,
know.
the suspicion that they're playing,
Right.
that's all we got.
But
Yeah.
Mike, to answer your question, it's a trailer at 50,000.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
That's the
they
lowest
did.
believable number.
Well, that's where I was kind of headed is I think their number is credible. I think they went a little bit under just to kind of get a little edge, but they didn't get
But they
stupid.
didn't hedge it.
Yeah, they didn't get stupid, so they just.
I think it's going to wash its way out anyways.
Yeah,
I
let's
agree.
see. It may
Okay.
not be worth,
Probably right.
Yeah.
you know, to your point,
We're
Terry.
only talking 1 or 2 points.
Okay, let's go back to Langford now that we're using a
Decimal
one
system.
decimal place. Because that helps. I mean, if we give whole numbers, the scores are gonna get too close. I
Now,
mean,
before we keep going with this, is because in some of the stuff that we have to keep in file, was there so 3 members, so you're gonna have to have 3 copies, individual copies of,
I
the-
was told that we can, as long as everybody will sign off on this is, and we're doing that, we're proving
Okay.
consensus in our
Yeah.
conversation,
One copy.
we can do a single sheet.
Yeah, as long as
And that's what we're
everybody
doing, we're capturing,
Yeah.
Letter, and, yeah.
right,
Well,
we're capturing, it's
yeah,
like,
because we have to, everything has to be in that packet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we close out.
it will
so-
be,
Yeah.
Okay,
it will be, we're
Okay.
not breaking any laws.
okay. I'm just making sure.
We're just doing math.
Okay, so we're going back to Langford. We're starting up at experience number 1. We had an 8, a 10, a 10, a 9, and a 9. So what is the exact number that ends up with? 20, 38, 46. 46 divided by 5.
9.1,
9.1?
right? 48, you said?
Well, I got 20, I got 38, I got
44,
46
46
divided by 5.
9.2.
Okay, so there's a 9.2
That one's 5. That
in
one's
the
5,
first
that
one.
one's 10.
The last one, the next
this
one I had
changes
4 or
it.
5, so that one
Yeah.
doesn't change.
They stay the same. You got a 29.2 on that one.
Okay, and did anybody have any differences on certified administrators we're back on Langford again. We said 5, I think I kind of suggested a 5, but I don't want to bias anybody. Did anybody had a number other than 5?
It was 5.
Okay, so that's a 5. References on Langford, we gave them a 10.
Mhm.
Anybody have any difference of opinion? Dale, did you talk to anybody that said anything negative about Langford? No, no bad references. Doug, what's your feeling?
I gave, on the last one, the reference, yeah, 10.
Langford.
Yeah, I gave him a 10.
Yeah.
Okay, Terry.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
10 on that one.
And Tom, did you get the Langford one?
No,
Okay.
29.2.
Get the trailer and just
Okay, so 29.2, so change that one at the bottom to 29.2. They went up a little bit. Let's go to work performance. Let's reevaluate that one. Submits request to the client. We don't know whether they submit them to TDA. We assume they do, but they certainly got it to us on time. So anybody differ with a 5?
No.
No.
Okay, responds to client in a timely manner. Anybody have any issues? I didn't. I mean, Judy answered every time I called, so no issues. Okay, so that's a 5. Past client, completed on schedule.
5.
They said they completed them on
yeah.
schedule. I don't know.
Yeah.
Take them at their
That's what
word,
I
I
got.
guess. Work product consistently high quality. Everybody pleased with
Yes.
what they said they did. Past client projects have low level of monitoring findings, concerns. I don't know how we'd even judge that without long conversations that we don't have time to have. So 5, any difference?
Uh-uh.
Okay, manages projects within budgetary constraints.
5.
They said they did a good job. Okay, we're still on a 30. Next category, capacity to perform. First factor, qualification of professional administrators, experience and staff.
5.
We gave them a 5 the first
Five.
time. Present and projected workloads.
5. Yeah.
Okay. Quality of proposal work plan.
5.
Okay, no typos, no dates wrong or any of that. Demonstrated understanding scope of work, we all voted 5, so that's gonna be a 5 again, so that's a 20, leave that one alone.
15.6 is
Yeah, 15.6, because we're not gonna argue off of GrantWorks right now, so,
Go to a 94.8.
yeah, we're 94.8 because
No, 0.8.
it's a 29.2, we went
Yeah.
up because we're doing fractions. So
Decimal point.
94.8, okay, so they eked up just a little bit.
We're going to do next.
Okay, let's do KSBR, what that stands for, LLC.
By the way, this one is the one that's minority women owned.
That's correct.
We are supposed to.
Langford is too.
Yeah, Langford is
True,
too, yeah.
but we're supposed to give, according to the
Special
rules,
consideration.
Special.
Well, that's when they're rated at the upper level.
Well, what I was told is we have to make sure we include some from each of those categories, include a bunch.
Yes, we did have a lot. of
We
women.
included a bunch, so we have more than met that criteria.
I like the
And
size
they-
of their packet
At
better.
the
Say again?
state level,
Size of
they
their
love
packet,
that
I like it
because
better.
Yeah, it's
when
concise,
they
it's
look at their year,
compact.
all of their projects, they will tag minority and women owned. businesses.
Okay,
They like-
so, they are, ASBR, they're at Silver Springs, because somebody will probably ask that at some point.
Mhm.
So let's, start at the top, KSBR. Again, they've done billions in
And they're
projects.
small.
So I gave them a 9. I don't remember why I gave them a 9, but for some reason I gave them a 9. I think it was because their projects are mostly related to disaster recovery and other things. And actually, they said,
Aren't they the ones that do mainly wastewater?
well, they made a statement in here. It says, KSBR successfully managed Rockdale's DRP from application to closeout, mirroring Poetry's need for ADA compliant infrastructure and downtown enhancements. And I thought,
Yeah, right,
They didn't even read
excuse
it.
me?
yeah.
Like ADA, no, we never said anything about ADA and downtown. And I mean, they just, that
Maybe they
came
got-
out of somebody else's.
They got that from the sidewalk. in
Well,
front of the
maybe.
school.
Yeah, probably.
I don't think so. I think they just forgot to take it out.
Walking home.
I mean, they have access to our original, deal. Application.
Well, and then there's another one that I thought was a little bit of a funny. If you go to page 23 and 24, under summary, it says condensed version of Jen's,
Yeah.
and she's one of the people, and then it says summary Jennifer's. And it's like, you were supposed to take that off of there.
Right.
You left it on there. That's not, and I thought, okay, so we got a little bit of an issue with detail. Maybe they hurried it out, maybe they gave it to the junior, I don't know.
Okay.
But that just bugged me. So anyway, under factors, top category number 1, I got a 9. Who has something other than that?
I had a 10.
I had a
Okay.
10.
Okay, we got
I
9.
reviewed it, I don't have it with me, so I'm gonna stay quiet on this one, but
I
it wasn't
am too.
good. It wasn't very good.
No,
Tracy,
I didn't score it.
you guys are killing me.
It was tough. My gosh.
No, I know, but
I
if you don't give me a number, it's gonna.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah,
Huh?
I mean, what's your
That's
gut? You
scored
don't
it
have to
right
prove
now.
it. What's your gut?
I'm gonna give them. I mean, they've done a lot of big projects. I'm gonna give them a 9.
Okay. Dale, if you had to give a number,
Yeah, I know.
we got your thumbs in a vise. We're turning the
I'll give 'em
handle.
a 9.
Okay.
9 for me, Mayor.
Okay, so I got 4 9s, that's 36 and 20. I got 56 divided by
9.3.
6. How much?
9.3.
Okay, so they get a 9.3. Okay, related experience, you need some water. Related experience, background with specific project type.
3.
Yeah, I knocked them down a little bit just because they got a lot of disaster recovery
Yeah, they don't have any
expertise.
street. I don't think they have one street.
Yeah, I think they're in a whole different
Yeah.
sector than
They
we're
are.
looking for. Okay, so I'm gonna give them a 3. Tracy gave them a 3. Dale?
4.
Okay, Doug? 4. Tom?
I have them as a 5, but then I'm listening. I think you are talking me down to a 4.
Had him at 3.
Okay, and a 3. So we got 3 3s is a 9, and 12 is 21 divided by 6.
3.5.
Okay, we got a 3.5 for number 2.
Okay.
Okay, number 4, certified administrator. So they're people. Are they qualified? Do they
Did
have
you-
lots of them?
They were, because I didn't pay that close attention. So a 5.
That's what I had him at.
Yeah, I thought they were qualified,
Okay.
so I put 5.
Yeah, I actually gave him a 5 too. Okay, so we got 5, 5,
5.
5. Terry? 5. Tom, 5. Dale?
5.
5, okay, well, that's a 5. Okay, references from current past clients. Now, let me speak for myself. I got one reference from Javier Perez of Lucimco. He's off in some other part of the grant world, but anyway, he was a positive.
Okay.
He said they did a great job and he enjoyed working for him. In fact,
I didn't get any response from.
he said, I worked with them since 2015. What I can say about them is they offer a combination of regulatory expertise and program management, which is not very common. One reason many large firms rely on them to assist them with managing their own contracts and programs. You'll not worry too much about the ever-changing conditions of your programs or projects, as it tends to occur with these kind of grants. With DR grants, disaster recovery.
Yeah.
They are extremely flexible when it comes to holding their price, and scope tends to change in an effort to minimize undue burden. Anyway, it was a positive, so that was the only one I got. So,
Couple of hits that I had in my notes was, the road projects. They will obviously help with all the applications, community involvement. And I did this morning, but it seemed like they had some sort of verbiage that they brought the community in, I guess for the public hearings and things like that, that they made a note to really provide that service.
And I got that same from Langford. I didn't get that from the other one.
okay, well, I gave him a 10 just because I didn't know any better. Anybody else?
I'll tell you, I gave them a 10, and it's kind of subjective, and that's that they are small and they're in Sulphur Springs. So we had a problem. They can be over here.
Well, and their packet's nice and small. I like
Well,
that. It's
yeah,
to the
it's
point.
efficient, but to me, a small company is more likely to give us a service
Right.
than one with.
Well, we'll be a big deal to a little company. We're going to be a little deal to a big company.
But they can
So,
drive over here from Sulphur Springs.
right.
True.
Okay, I've got 2 10s, Terry.
I didn't score because I didn't have any references.
Tracy?
So I'm trying to listen.
I'm gonna say 8.
Okay. Dale, did you talk to anybody on them?
He gave him a 10.
Did you get any responses, any references? No. Doug?
9.
Okay. Okay, so I got 39, 47 divided by 5. Okay, 9.4. Okay, so I got a, you ready? Did you get the total? I got a 9.3, a 3.5, a 5, and a 9.4.
27.2.
27.2, you can take that to the bottom. I'll run out of eraser here. Okay, work performance. Submits requests to client, TD in timely manner. Well, again, they got their proposal in on time, so they get full points on that. Anybody have anything other than a 5?
I had a 5.
Doug?
5.
Tracy?
5.
Well, that's an easy one. That's a 5, okay. Responds to client TDA request in timely manner, unless you know something.
5 for me.
I had a 5.
We've been giving them 5s unless.
I'd give them the benefit of the doubt just because nobody
Yeah.
said otherwise, so I can't prove. Okay, past client TDA projects completed on schedule?
No way to reference.
Wait, no, yeah.
Well, I think they said they do them on schedule.
Was there a reference?
No.
No, I didn't call anybody. I may have called.
It says here under work performance, it says they deliver expert administration for the Town of Poetry 25-26 program backed by a proven track record of on-time, under-budget projects with 0 monitoring findings. Our support is built on 4 pillars. So they say,
12 has,
They say 0.
but
says
it
past,
doesn't,
present, current with TDA funding. I mean, it shows you the funding. was.
right, but it doesn't show the dates. It doesn't
No,
say on
no,
time, on
right.
budget. It just gives the work. And again, some of these, I had to count the zeros. I'm like, that's $1 billion. They got a $3 billion one. They got a 3. They got a $5 billion one. I mean,
Yeah.
holy moly. Go Sulphur Springs.
Well, and I liked her response to my questions. So one of the questions I asked was if the town has money left over from our project and we use that leftover money for another road, do you require another environmental study? This is a huge thing with administrators because if we don't pick the right roads or we don't pick enough roads, and they say, well, let's go look on this side of town, your cost is another environmental study. And she said that. She said the federal grant requirements do require a new environmental review for new project areas. However, all proposed project areas must be in the original project application. So I'm assuming that's what we're getting ready to do after this.
Yeah, we're gonna put everything in there,
Yeah.
everything that's possible,
Yeah.
and then we'll trim it as it,
Yeah.
falls out, but we're
Based on
gonna,
engineers.
that's correct,
Yeah.
yes,
And-
and qualifying on the low to mid income too.
Yeah.
So,
But see, I thought about that, to me, that was a catch you on the environmental bills, because it wasn't in the meat and potatoes of the grant as far as, the roads and repairs and all that, and there's culverts and ditches, but there really wasn't, they didn't really announce environmental so much as they did the
Well,
rest
back
of
to
it.
what I said earlier, we are gonna be so much smarter
Yeah.
after we go through this than we
Well,
are right now.
the
I
only
mean,
reason I know about environmental is in this packet here, the application guide. It talks about, there's like, you have your grant administrator and your engineering, and you're required an environmental study and a civil rights something. Well,
Okay.
mainly that we're in compliant with affirmative action and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
So.
Well, and they had to sign a statement too, right? That
Yes,
they
yes.
hire fairly and all that. Okay, so we're on number 3, work performance, past, completed on schedule. Anybody have proof it's other than a 5?
Not many out of 5.
Okay. Doug, you need a break?
No, I'm fine.
Number 4, work product is consistently of high quality with low level of errors. Well, they say that.
When was their most recent project?
No, we do not have dates. Yeah, and you never know, is that on purpose or is that accidental that they didn't put dates, like the earlier one that did, and they were like 2005, 2004.
I'm gonna give them a 3 on that because we don't have.
Were they an
what do we-
unsolicited responder? Wasn't there one of them that was give you a little spreadsheet?
Okay, I'm gonna give them a 4. Tracy, you gave them a 3?
Yep.
Okay, Dale?
Yeah, 3.
And I'm doing that only because they didn't give us any indication of how current any of these projects is. We don't know,
That's what I'm saying.
they may have done zero business for the last 10 years, okay? Doug?
5.
Okay.
I had a 4.
Tom has a 4. Terry?
5.
5. Okay, you got 4, 3 is 7, and 3 is 10, and 5 is 15, and 4 is 19, and 5 is 24. So 24 divided by 6.
4.
Okay, it's going to be a 4 even. Number 5, past client TDA projects have low level of monitoring findings and concerns. I give them a 5 because I can't show otherwise.
I gave them a 3.
Anybody?
I gave them a 3 because we don't know.
5.
If they can't, if they know what this is, if they can't answer the questions in their proposal, I'm not.
That's
gonna give
fair,
them
that's
5.
fair. I'm not going to talk you off of it.
I'm sure.
Okay, so 3, Dale, you're a 5.
Yeah.
Doug, you're a 5.
Yes, sir.
Tom?
A 5.
5. Terry?
5.
I must be the, I gave him a 5. So that's,
28.
yeah, 25, 28 divided by 6.
4.6. 4.7.
4.7 is that number. Okay, and let's see, we got one more. We got manages projects with budgetary constraints. I think they,
I gave them a 5.
No
No way of knowing, but, yeah.
5.
Yeah, I had a 5 also.
I mean, any of those grants are going to have,
Yeah,
they have to work inside of it.
Yeah.
Doug,
They
you,
don't give you
you have a
5.
different 5? Okay, Tom, you got a 5?
Yes.
Terry?
5.
Okay, well, that's a 5 then.
28.7.
28.7 is our total.
Mhm.
Okay, 28.7, carry that down to the bottom. That's your second number. So far we have a 27.2 and a 28.7.
Was the second one 28.7?
28.7. Third one should be blank because we're getting ready to work on it. Capacity to perform. Number 1, qualifications of professional administrators, experience of the staff. Okay,
It's
so
there.
what do we think about their team?
They
It's
gave us
there.
5 qualified people.
5.
Yeah, they gave us our team, and they all seem to have college degrees and qualifications.
They look good to me,
Okay, anybody other than the 5?
not me.
Dale? Okay, so that's a 5. Okay.
5.
Number 2, present and projected workloads.
I gave him a 3 because we don't know what that is.
Because
Okay,
why?
We don't know. They didn't give us dates.
They
Oh,
didn't make a statement.
okay, 3, Dale?
Three.
Okay, Doug? 4. Okay, Tom?
yeah, I just have 4 too.
Okay,
Have a 3?
4 also. You got a 3?
Yes.
Six.
Okay, I'm gonna give them a 3. Okay, so we got 12 and 8 is 20 divided by 6.
3.3.
Okay, your second number is 3.3. Feel like we're playing bingo or something here. Okay, number 3, quality of proposal work plan. Okay, they get all the dates right. They got the grant number right. Again, it was nice and succinct. I like that. It wasn't,
Yeah, didn't use as much paper.
yeah, didn't use as much paper. They didn't put lots of pictures of poetry on it, which really doesn't affect me anyway. I thought it was a good proposal. I didn't have any issue with it. Okay, anybody, oh, wait a minute, hang on, I take that back. I dinged them on the typo where they put Jen's thing on page 23 and 24. I dinged them
We're on
just because
number-
that's a detail.
We're
That's
on
a
number 3, right? Under capacity to
Yes,
perform.
quality of proposed work.
Okay.
quality proposal.
Yeah.
So I
I gave 'em a
dinged them.
3.
I'm gonna give them a 4 because that's, to me, that's pretty big deal. It's like, are you gonna type something wrong on the TDA forms? Okay, so I got a 4. Tracy, you were a what?
3. 3.
3. Dale?
Yeah, 3.
3. Doug? 4. Tom?
4.
4. Terry? Okay, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. That's 16 and 6 is 22 divided by 6.
3.7.
Okay, 3.7 is your third number. Okay, and last but no, let's see, demonstrated understanding of scope of the project. I marked them down because there's not, I didn't find a single road project
Yeah, I gave him a 3.
anywhere in here. I don't,
Yeah.
I said they seem to do a lot of downtown revitalization. Well, that's not what we're doing this time, so that doesn't benefit me. So, okay, so I got a 3,
3.
Dale 3,
3.
Doug.
I give them 5.
Doug likes them. Okay, Tom,
3.
Terry?
3.
Okay, so I
21.
got 5 3s is 15 and 5 is 20 divided by 6.
3.3.
3.3.
3.3 is your fourth number. Okay, Terry, we got 5.
Yep.
We got 3.3.
Yeah.
We got 3.7
Yeah.
and we got 3.3.
15.3.
15.3 is your total. Take that down to the bottom, 15.3. Okay, so total up, please, 27.2, 28.7, 15.3, 15.6.
Total 86.8.
86.8.
86.8.
Okay. Anybody need a restroom or stretch break? You want to do one more, or you want to take a quick break?
Let's do one more and finish this section.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm good with
I
that.
agree.
That'll get us going.
Well, that way our mindset doesn't change, right?
Well, it
We'll come
doesn't
back from the
change.
break and,
Yeah. We want to get through it.
yeah, we'll be less angry because we'll be calm.
Yeah, then we get talked about.
Okay, Trailer and Associates.
Ding,
Why
ding,
didn't we
ding,
order
ding,
pizza?
ding.
That's-
Yes.
Well, we could have done that.
I'm in.
Why didn't
I'll
we
pitch
order
in.
pizza?
You know, I should have done that. I called an extra meeting. At least I could have done is fed you.
I finally got to eat.
You know me. I like to eat.
Okay, Trailer and Associates. They are
No tease.
in Tyler, Texas, so they're not too terribly far away. I have that they've done a couple of $1 billion worth of projects, and I think they're 53 years old. They celebrated their 50 plus, but that was a while back, I believe. So they've been around a while. Small company, but they've done a fair amount of work. So starting with experience, related experience, background with federally funded projects. Now, they're one of the ones that bothered to ask, what are you going to spend money on? And we told them. And so you see lots of road projects. So they wanted to sharpen, and I appreciate that. To me, that's smart, because that makes our job a little bit easier. So what do we think about their related experience and background with federally funded projects? $2 billion or so.
Well, I
got
have
him
a
a 9.
10
I gave him
myself.
a 9.
Okay, let's start. So I gave him a 10. Tracy gave him a 9.
10
Dale,
8.
Dale's an 8. Terry?
10.
10 for Doug.
Okay, so we got 39.47 divided by, oh, wait a minute, I'm missing somebody.
missing a
10.
score.
Tracy?
9.
Dale?
8.
Okay, Doug?
10.
Tom? I think I missed Tom.
He was
Wait a
10.
minute, yeah, we're
And you're
still
at
on
10.
number 1?
Yes,
10.
okay.
So 57.
So 49.57, that's correct. 57 divided by 6.
9.5.
Okay, 9.5 is your first number. Okay, second, related experience, background with specific project type, roads and ditches. And again, I felt like included, they got City of Mineola street improvements, City of Crockett street improvements,
Dates.
City of West Orange street improvements.
No, dates.
Say,
Dates.
oh, dates of the projects? Well, the first project, Mineola, project cost $345,000, March 2023 to present.
That's,
Here's the staff assigned. City of Crockett, project cost $402,500, February 2023 to present.
so they're up and running.
So that's current. And then City of West Orange, Texas, project cost $275,000, 2020 to 2021.
Yeah.
So that one is completed.
I had to look on the map where Orange, Texas is. I'm like, where
Well,
is
yeah, I
Orange,
thought-
Texas?
Yeah, I thought it was out of state, but it's not. There is,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's close to Louisiana. It
That's
is,
as close as you can get,
Yeah.
so it might cross the river again.
yeah.
okay, so related experience, I gave him a 5. What else do we have? Tracy?
5.
I
Okay.
had 5.
5.
Dale, you got a 4?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Doug, you got a 5.
Mhm.
Tom, you got a 5.
Yes.
Terry? Okay, so we got 25 and 4 is 29.
4.8.
Okay, so we got a 4.8 is your second number. Okay, certified administrators. So how many TDA people do they have, and do they look like they
I gave them a 5.
qualified?
plenty.
I mean,
5.
They have a book of them.
yeah, they've done a nice job. They got a lot of people, and they showed us. I feel like we got the whole company here. Okay, so I did a 5. Anybody have other than a 5?
No.
Doug?
I did not.
No, 5.
Okay, so that's a 5. Number 5, references from current and past clients. I'll start off with, I got a reference from, and again, we were on the clock here, but I got a reference from City of Giddings, Texas. And the person said, I started out in government finance here at City of Giddings. Previously, I'd been in tax accounting. Long story short, worked closely with Trailer on several projects over the last 5 years. They have always been eager to help, patient with my questions, and on top of all grant requirements. I work with them on TDA CDBG grants specifically. That's our type. Trailer is well-versed in TDA specific requirements and preferences. We're part of a pilot program through the TDA called Rural Economic Development Grant, where we've awarded $1 million for downtown improvements. We also were recently awarded $750,000 through the program for a much-needed fire truck. Trailer and Associates has helped immensely through the entire grant cycle. I highly recommend them for grant administration.
That's from Giddings?
Yes, Giddings. So they help buy a fire truck. They're helping them fix up downtown. She likes them.
Huh.
Okay,
10.
I give them a 5.
5.
Yeah, me too. I
Yeah.
had 5.
Okay, well, let me go around the corner. So Dale,
6.
6, Doug.
Oh, wait a minute. This is number 5?
This is
Oh, wait a
references from current past clients.
I had them at 10.
Oh,
I'm
Guys are
sorry.
no, I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna give him an 8.
Okay, we're starting with Mike. I gave him a 10.
Sorry.
Tracy gave him an 8. Dale,
6.
Doug,
10.
Tom,
10.
Terry.
10.
Okay, so you got 48, 54 divided by 6.
9.
Okay, your third number is, fourth number is a 9. So far you have 9.5, 4.8, 5, and 9. And that equals 9.5, 4.8, 5, and 9.
Total's 28.3.
Okay, so 28.3. That is your first number at the bottom, 28.3. Okay, going to the work performance category. Submits request to client, TDA in a timely manner. Again, they got their packet in on time. So they certainly get props for that. Anybody have anything other than a 5? That they can,
I have a 3 just because when I sent a request for more information, he didn't respond. He picked up the phone and called me, and I don't like that. You know, you want this project. Nice enough guy. I can't fault him for that.
who'd you talk to?
Mark.
Okay.
Yep. Nice guy.
Okay. Well, he called. He gave the answers on the phone instead of emailing. She wanted him to type.
Well, yeah.
That's okay.
It's in that
That's fair.
stuff. Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna have to live with these people, so we
Yeah.
gotta figure it out. Dale?
I gave them a 5.
Okay, Dale's a 5. Doug?
5.
Okay, Tom?
5.
Terry?
5.
Okay, so 25, 28 divided by 6.
4.7.
Okay, your first number is 4.7. Number 2, responds to client TDA request in a timely manner. I've talked to them a lot, and they were responsive to me, but maybe I just caught them at good times. I'm starting with a 5. Tracy?
I gave him a 3 again.
Dale?
5.
Okay, Doug?
I gave him a 5 because when I called in, if somebody didn't answer or wasn't there, somebody else took over. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I talked to Linda, I
Yeah.
talked to Mark, I talked to,
yeah.
I
And-
talked to several.
I experienced kind of that same thing, and not that it's bad, but you know, when you put your name on a proposal, I expect you to answer the phone.
Well, again, I'm not gonna argue anybody off their number. Your
Yeah.
number is, I trust your judgment.
But at the same time, I mean, you know, well, yeah, numbers.
Okay, we got a 4.7 as your second number. Number 3, past client TDA projects completed on schedule. Okay,
That's what I heard.
so.
I don't think they had dates.
I'm trying to remember, I mean, they have these example road projects, but they don't.
Yeah.
Well, in a lot of ways, they are a coordinator. So if it's on schedule, it just means that other people are doing their job.
Mhm.
It's not just dependent on them.
Yeah.
Right.
Subcontractor.
I mean, they've got the different categories: housing, disaster relief, mitigation, hazard mitigation, but they don't talk about, I mean, I would assume that they came in on time, but I don't have proof of that. Yeah, I don't know. I gave him a 5. I gave him the benefit of the doubt because I don't know otherwise, so,
I gave him a 3.
okay, 3, Dale.
4.
Okay, Doug,
5.
Tom,
5.
Terry.
5.
Okay, so we got 27 divided by 6.
4.5.
Okay, your third number is 4.5. Work product consistently of high quality with low level of errors. I'll lead off with a 5 because I
5.
don't know otherwise. Tracy?
3.
5.
Tom?
5.
Terry?
5.
Okay, so that's 4.7 again. Okay, so your fourth number is 4.7. And finally, manages projects within budgetary constraints.
I gave him a 5. We have no way of knowing. I mean, a 3. A 3. Yeah.
Okay, Tom?
5.
Terry?
5.
Okay, so that's a
You said you
5.
gave him a 3?
Yeah.
No.
She gave him
I gave him a 3.
Oh, I
We
thought
have
you
no
said,
way of knowing.
oh, I thought you said 5. No, wait, no, I'm sorry. Okay, 3, so that's another 4.7. Okay,
God, I'm gonna become a gymnast and let y'all score me.
I'm glad you weren't my teacher.
okay, so 4.7, 4, and a 4.5.
23.3.
23.3, okay. Capacity to perform, qualification of professional administrators, experience of the staff. I'll lead off with a 5 because I thought they gave us some great resumes. Tracy?
5.
Okay. Doug?
5.
Tom?
5.
Terry?
5.
Okay, that number's a 5. Okay, number 2, present and projected workload.
5.
Okay.
They gave us workload. They just didn't give us dates.
Yeah, and they did give us a team, right?
Yeah.
They showed us their team.
Yeah.
Okay, so workload. So we have a 5. Tracy's a 5. Doug, or Dale, sorry, 5. Doug,
5.
Tom,
5.
Terry. Okay, that one's a 5. Number 4, demonstrated understanding of scope of the project. I gave them a 5 because they bothered to ask and they put roads in it. So
I
I
gave 'em a 5.
appreciate that. Anything other than a 5, Tom?
No, 5.
Okay, so that one's a 5. So that totals 20. So
No, I gave him a 4 on quality of proposed work plan. Can't have 20.
On which one?
Number 3.
Number 3.
I don't think we went. I think we.
oh,
skipped that
sorry,
one.
we skipped it. You're right. You're right. So this one is a 5. My bad. Okay, go back to number 3. Quality of proposal work plan. Okay, I thought they did a nice job. Tracy, 4.
Yes.
Okay.
4.
5.
Okay.
5.
Tom?
5.
Okay, so 28. 28 divided by 6.
1.7.
Okay, so that's going to be 3 short, so it's 19.7. Okay, so your capacity to perform is 19.7. So your number should be 28.3, 23.3, 19.7, and 18.7. 90 even. Okay, 90.0 for that one. Okay, let's
Break.
7:27. Let's take a break.
Scared me.
5 minutes.
2 hours just for.
We're speeding up. Well, that's okay.
Well, that's
We'll
a
get
lot.
Okay, Miss Secretary, 7:34 on my phone. We are back in session for our special meeting. We're wrapping up regular agenda item 2. Our audience that wanted to speak left, so we don't have anybody to speak on that. Any other comments, council? Just short comments on 2 before we close out.
One other thing we may want to consider on Langford, I forgot, because in their cost proposal, they're 60,000. They had,
A ton of stuff.
well, but they had $6,000 for housing survey or something. So what, we shouldn't get into any kind of housing issue.
No, they're talking about, so what they do is they lead us, they give us the information to go do the survey, what to ask the people that live there. That's where that comes in. And so
Okay.
from my understanding, when they go to PDA Go to get paid, they have to list all this stuff out.
So they're gonna
itemize
do that
every
for us?
single thing.
They're gonna do that for us?
They do all that stuff at through
Sweet.
PDA.
That's a pain to go out
I'm
there.
not gonna do it, I'm just saying.
Okay, so we're wrapping up agenda item 2. I think what I'm gonna do, team, is at the end of the night, I'm going to scan each of these score sheets and send them to you. Don't send me comments. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
send them out to you.
Good.
And let's kind of stew on these overnight,
Then vote tomorrow.
and we'll do the official tomorrow. Just bless the numbers, or if somebody feels like something, they got a reference overnight, or something came in, or they have a change of heart.
But we need to take a vote, right? We need to make a.
That's
decision
correct, tomorrow. But I allowed in tomorrow scoring also, because I didn't know if we were gonna have 30 of them to go through, so we,
I'm thankful we don't.
oh my gosh, you and me both. I've been praising God all week on this. Anyway, but I don't think I wanted to declare a winner tonight, even tentatively, because
That's wise.
you may have a change of heart overnight. Let's,
What's a big deal?
yeah, it is. In 24 hours, you might think different. So I will literally scan the ones that show the individual numbers, because you'll know what your number is. And that way, if you
Yeah,
see it,
good
you're
point.
like, yeah, I want a 2.
Yeah,
You'll
I
have
see
it. So
those, yeah.
Okay.
that will be one of those do not reply, broadcast only. So.
Got my hard drive.
Okay, so we've closed out regular agenda item 2. We're going to agenda item 3. The good news is this is our last agenda item. So be motivated. Review and score grant engineering service provider RFQs. Again, request for qualifications proposals. And again, I've got Arsenault, Wilson, and Cole just sitting in the top. So let's start with them.
Arsenault's a coon.
Just because, I kept having to look up the spelling of that. That was
I
Arsenault,
know that. name.
EAU.
it's a Cajun,
Yeah, it is a Cajun.
just like Boudreaux, Thibodeau.
Yeah,
And then it was
Arsenault.
Arsenault, his.
Okay, so AWC. So what do we think of? Let's see, we're gonna start at the top here. And of course, our categories are different, so you gotta shift your brain over here. Experience, so we're gonna rate the respondent for experience in the following areas. Has previously designed blank type of projects. Well,
Roads.
for us, it's roads and ditches, drainage. So what do we think about that?
I gave him a 10.
Wow, you guys already got numbers.
Well,
Well, they're just not road people.
Yeah, they
well,
are.
they do have road
They're a
experience.
little, but I mean, their big
They're,
thing is.
they're
pipeline.
southern.
Right,
down
there's
in-
water.
Yeah.
Well, they got a picture of a roller put down the
Arthur
road. I mean, come on, that's,
I gave him a 15, but I can see.
Yeah,
I
they're,
mean, nice people.
yeah,
Answered all my questions. But they're mostly into,
yeah, big,
Water.
big water
Water.
project.
Well,
I
that's,
mean,
that's Port Arthur.
Yeah,
Yeah.
down
That's
there.
what you
yeah.
have.
That's kind of,
All of them.
and
coast.
they're civil engineers.
Well, all of them.
yeah, all of them.
I
are
hope
civil.
they all are.
Yeah.
I
All,
mean, they specifically told me they were civil
of these
engineers.
4, all of them are still, essentially all.
Okay.
One guy was a, I don't know, something else, but
I kind of, once again, another one of those, I just kind of wrote them off because
Yeah.
they had distant jobs and they didn't have much streets. And so I was going like,
Okay, so I'm going with a 10. Tracy, you were a 10.
Mhm.
Dale, you're a 10.
10.
Doug,
10.
10. Tom, you want
15.
you want a 15? Okay, fine. Terry,
10.
10. Okay, so 50, 65 divided by 6.
10.8.
Okay, you've got a 10.8 for your first number. Has worked on federally funded construction projects. Now, this of any type.
Yeah,
Got
I gave him
10.
a 10.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I gave him a 9.
Okay,
They
I'm
were
gonna
lucky
give him
they got a
I'm gonna
10.
give him a 10. Tracy gives him a 9. Dale,
10.
okay.
8.
You make the math hard.
10.
Well, the only reason I
Terry?
gave him a 10 on the first one is they have advanced
Okay, so
survey.
49, 57 divided by 6.
9.5.
Okay, your second number is 9.5. You guys are getting good. Has worked on projects that were located in this general region.
0.
0.
0.
They're all southeast Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're
Gulf
not.
Coast,
I just-
Marsh.
Doug,
I did a 0. They're too far
Tom?
out.
I had a 10 because I considered Texas. I mean, it's not
Well-
like Montana.
That's your.
Well,
that's okay. If you want a 10, you got a 10, Terry.
So one of
I
the
gave him
questions,
0.
one of the
Okay.
questions I
I was
asked,
looking more in the cog area.
10 divided by
Uh,
6.
of those projects, how many were within the 150-mile radius from the town of Poetry?
1.7.
And he said, unfortunately, AWC has not completed a road project within 150 miles of Poetry.
And here's the other thing.
That's good.
We're talking engineer. They're gonna be on the job.
Yeah.
And that's.
Well, they need to know the trade. They
Right.
need to
They
know
know
what
the
they're doing.
trade, but they're gonna have to be on the job.
Okay,
Most
Well, that-
engineers
Unlike
don't want to
an
be that far
administrator.
from home.
Okay. Anyway, good point.
Do you want to change yours? You don't have to.
What's that?
Do you want to?
are you still a 10?
Yeah, I'll change mine.
Of course, you know what they're
Okay,
gonna
'cause
do.
You talked me into
Just
it.
think about what their travel number
Do you
is.
change it to a 10 or a 0?
10.
Okay,
Well,
you're a
you're
10.
start-
10 out of 10. You think
Yeah.
they're
Oh,
Fully
I'm sorry.
qualified.
I'm sorry. We're on number 2.
I don't
I
want
had.
to-
I would put it at.
three? Number
I would put
three.
it at a 5 and half.
Number 3, has worked on projects that were located in this region. So what would your score there be, Tom?
That'd be a 5 because I consider the region as Texas, not 150 miles.
Yeah. Well, I look at it having
Yeah,
been
why am I
worked
even
before,
writing
the
10?
distance, you start throwing
Good, thank you.
that travel number.
Mhm.
and that
Okay, your
overnight number.
Your first number is 10.8, your second number is
Yeah, the
9.5,
quality.
your third number is 0.8.
Oh.
Okay, extent of experience in project construction management.
I think they manage.
That's
Well,
0 to
okay.
15.
I gave him a 10.
I mean, they look like they do some pretty hefty stuff. It's just
They
not
do.
where we are and it's not what we need necessarily. Okay, so I'm gonna give him a 10. Tracy, you're giving him a 10. Dale?
On number
Extent of experience in project construction
15.
management. How much? 15?
15.
Okay. Doug?
8.
Have
Yeah.
Because
15.
they know how to manage construction.
Tom is a 15.
Yes.
Terry?
15.
Okay, so I got 45, 65, 73 divided by 6.
12.1. Well, 12.2, sorry.
12.2 is your fourth number. And lastly, current certification of project implementation training.
I gave them a 1. It just seemed like really,
Which one is this one?
Number 5, current
Pro-
certification of project implementation training.
I gave him a 5.
I just didn't get the feeling that they really had the experience of these types of projects.
But they're,
But do they have the training?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
they
are they
do have the-
trained for
they do have the
anything? I
training,
mean,
yes.
they've got
Well-
pretty good resumes.
Yeah.
I mean, they,
Yeah, PE and civil engineering is pretty good training.
Yeah, it is.
I gave him a 5.
I gave
yeah,
him
I'm gonna
5.
give them a 5. Okay, so 5, Tracy, you're a 5. Dale,
1.
1, Doug,
5.
Tom's 5, Terry.
5.
Okay, so you got 25, 26 divided by 6.
4.3.
Okay, so we got 5 numbers, so 10.8, 9.5,
Mhm.
0.8, 12.2, 4.3.
Totals 37.6.
Okay. Work performance, past projects completed on schedule.
They didn't provide schedule
No
data.
clue.
I don't know.
They didn't provide it.
Okay, well, it'd be a little hard to judge that then, wouldn't it? Okay, so,
To that point, who sets their schedule?
Is it,
The contract dictates. the
well,
schedule.
working with the project manager.
are
which
they
is the
under any
administrator.
time constraints because of a TDA?
Well, you're
Yes,
managing
they will be, yes.
subcontractors.
So if they're continuing to get jobs, they're showing, without dates, they're showing some means of completing them on time.
Yeah.
Because they're continually getting work. If they wouldn't complete them on time, they wouldn't get the TDA contract.
Dale,
Well,
Dale, is
the
your
other
pack
thing-
on? Yeah, you're on.
The other thing that you have to
Could be.
consider is, slowdowns in the project, like weather related.
Absolutely.
And,
That's built
and
into
other
it.
things, like lack of funding, because they didn't have the correct date of the one bill that they had to apply. Most of them will tell you this too. Like one of the questions I asked was, what's the hardest part? And they all say the hardest part of grant funding projects are ensuring every project aspect meets the grant guidelines. And that right there holds up most of your projects.
Bureaucratic red tape.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay,
I'm
work
giving them
performance, number one, past projects completed on schedule, maximum 10. What's my score? I'm gonna say a 6. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. I don't know. I don't have any evidence otherwise, but I'm not gonna say 0.
I
Tracy?
said 8.
Hey,
Okay.
I have a 10.
10.
Terry?
Terry?
7.
Okay, so 24, 30, 40, 47 divided by 6.
7.8.
Okay, your first number, 7.8 under work performance. Manages projects with budgetary constraints.
I gave
There's
them
my
a
10.
5 because they gotta be able to do that.
Yeah, I gave him a 5.
5.
Over there.
5.
Okay, 5, 5, 5, 5,
5.
5, 5. Okay, well, that would be a 5. Work product of high quality.
I gave him 10 because I don't remember who I talked to, but they said they were great to work with.
I mean, they look like they do some good stuff. They got some sharp people, so.
I gave
Okay,
them
I'm gonna give them a 10. Tracy's a
Because you
10.
look at the dollar amounts of these projects, it's
Yeah.
all. over
Dale,
the
you're a 10.
10.
Okay, Doug,
10.
Tom,
10.
Terry,
10.
okay, that would be a 10.
Except for this one.
Okay, so that's 15, 20, 22.8,
You know,
7.8, 5, and 10.
so another question that I asked all these, it was my very last question because I knew it might make engineers mad. So I asked them what their average number of RFIs per scope were. Surprisingly,
RFI? What is RFI?
Request for
request for
information.
information,
Oh, okay.
which, a lot of people that are doing construction want to know what were you thinking when you did this, in this realm, they don't have much of that at all, I was kind of surprised. Especially
know,
like
we
if you're
did it-
building homes and
We
stuff.
did it in telecom. It was just to understand what kind of technologies you had or something. We were just kind of poking around, and so I don't know what
Well,
an
if
RFI
it's
means.
water, a lot of their projects is probably standard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
But roads are not going to be standard though.
Depending on the soils and stuff, yes,
Yeah.
that's correct.
Soils and traffic.
And
Okay.
down south, you go wild.
capacity to perform. First factor, staff level and experience of staff.
Capacity. to
I gave them a
perform.
5.
I gave them
I
a
mean,
3.
they gave us all their resumes, so we've got,
I think they're experienced. I gave them a 5.
Yeah, they're experienced.
yeah, I'm going with a 5. Tracy, you were a 3.
Other than most of them went to Lamar.
Dale is a 5. That's well, that was interesting.
Don't
It's
hold
like
that
they
against
hire,
them.
I'm not.
yeah,
They
they hire
what?
a lot of graduates from there. Doug,
Yeah.
5.
okay, Tom,
5.
Terry,
5.
okay, so that's 25, 28 divided by 6.
4.7.
Okay, your first number is 4.7. Okay, adequacy of resources. Okay, anybody got an opinion?
I gave them a 3 just because they don't have the resources in this area. Like they don't have satellite offices up here, so I gave them a 3.
Okay, I think I'm gonna double down on your 3. Dale?
5.
Okay, Doug?
5.
Tom?
I give them, I agree with Tracy, 3.
Okay, Tom, Terry?
I gave him a 3.
Okay, so 4 threes is 12 and 10 is 22 divided by 6.
3.7.
Okay, your next, so that number is 3.7. Professional liability in force.
I believe they show
They,
it.
Kinda
they
They
have
sent us a
that.
copy of their policies.
I
So
gave
don't
them a
have
5.
So that's a 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gave them a 5.
5.
5.
Anybody other than 5? Okay, so that number is 5.
I wonder, is there a certain amount of liability that they have to carry?
I think most
I
of them
would
are 2 to 3 million.
Yeah,
look like.
that's a standard, yeah.
Yeah, it's a standard number. Okay, Terry, 4.7, 3.7, and 5.
15.
Really, the state would be dictating that, wouldn't they, because of the being a
15
state
for?
contract?
Probably.
Because usually
13.4.
insurance is what a city, if it was a
Okay,
city project.
so
I would think.
13.4, you still got that on there?
Mandate.
37.6,
Yes, sir.
22.8 equals.
State money when they want it.
We got 73.8 on it.
That's
Okay,
our
your
total
total
total.
score is 73.8, guys, gals.
Okay.
What was their top score? on
37.6,
Experience 37.6. Okay.
22.8. I'll check the math tonight, but I think we're on. Okay, that's 1. You're 25% there. Okay, Schaumburg and Polk are Terrell friends. They're
Hamburger and Polk.
Yeah.
they're
Okay.
local. They're here in Terrell.
Well, that's one of their offices.
Yeah, I think that's their main. I think that's where they started. They're in the historic bank building or something. They're in some
But they've got
historic.
half a dozen offices.
Yeah. Yeah, when I started reading, I'm like, oh, these guys are right here. I didn't, thought that was interesting. So, yeah, Terrell, Texas. I got 2 references on them, both positive, one for Chandler, Texas, and one for Lucas, Texas. They were very pleased, and I wrote down they were responsive to questions, for what that matters. They responded when I asked. Okay, so Schaumburg and Polk, experience, first item, has previously designed this type of project.
They have 15 of these projects every 2 years.
They had a lot of road experience.
Yeah.
I gave them a 20.
I gave them a 20.
I did too. I have 20.
20.
Okay, hang on, 20, 20, 20, 20. Tom, you were 20?
Yes.
Terry?
20.
Okay, that would be a 20 then. That's easy math. Okay, has worked on federally funded construction projects. Well,
I think the answer is yes.
10.
I give them a 10 there.
Yeah.
That's how they make
10.
their living.
Yeah.
Okay, anybody got other than a 10?
No.
Okay, that number would be 10. Okay, third category, has worked on projects that were located in this general region.
10.
10.
Scale of 15. Okay, so
Terrell. Come on.
let me remember. Let's see, Maybank, Mineola,
Yeah.
Alma.
Savan, Terrell,
That's in the
Alma.
region.
Saw one in Alma.
Lone Oak.
So-
There's a lot of Terrell projects.
Yeah.
Well, but it's in the region.
They current,
City of Alba, City
They
of
started
Frost, City of
engineering
Ennis,
about 2
Fleming
years
Grove, Campbell.
Berryville, Chandler.
Yeah. So I gave
Fruitville is local.
They're all pretty darn close.
Yeah.
so I gave him a 10.
Yeah.
I'm going with, it's a scale of 15. I'm going with 15. Tracy?
on extended
Oh,
experience.
I'm sorry.
Or work,
10.
Okay.
10.
I gotta quit making
Yeah,
mistakes
10.
because I'm running
Yeah,
out of
I'm good.
eraser. Number 3, sorry.
You can use mine.
10, Dale,
10.
10.
Doug,
10.
Tom,
10.
Terry?
10.
Okay, that number would be 10. Okay, extent of experience in project construction management. This is a scale of 15.
15.
Yeah, I
They
don't,
got some pretty sharp people.
yeah.
Yeah. I had him 15.
Okay, anybody, so 15, well, all the way around the corner. Everybody at 15?
Yep.
Okay, well, that number is 15 then.
You know, my high points for them were, they mentioned survey mapping, hydraulics, because I know they're gonna be the drainage and all that,
Right.
quality assurance and help construction bids and they had a marking of quarterly, 30%, 6%, 9% reporting, so.
Okay, what do we think about their staff training for project implementation?
5.
Yeah.
I think they've got qualified people. Anybody other than a 5?
No.
Tom? Okay, so that number goes down as a 5.
Yep.
So 20, 10, 10, 15, 5. They get 60 points.
Yep.
Holy cow, good.
Yep.
Good job, home team. Okay, work performance. Past projects completed on schedule.
See, I don't think they have
They
dates
got a
either,
lot of,
do they?
They're, a lot of their
There
road
weren't any
projects, the
dates.
same high dollar.
well, was completed
What
by
we're
at a
doing.
cost of, completed May. I don't know what the schedule was, so I don't know what these
Well,
dates
they
mean.
don't drive-
Every 2 years.
They don't really drive the schedule. That's the construction guy,
Mm-hmm.
the contractor.
Well, they kind of do drive the
They
schedule.
drive the contractor.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, if they don't do the
No.
work, then,
Oh, no, the contractor, once you give them the contract, then they set the schedule.
No, they don't. It's a 2-year project, period. End of story. That's
Oh.
No,
TDA
there's all
rules.
kind of contingencies in it, weather related,
oh
force
yeah,
majeure.
weather's
all
a
kind of
biggie.
things.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
are all kind of governed.
But
by-
you have to file for extensions
Yeah.
for that,
Yeah.
all of
Well,
that.
you have to
If
record
it's
it.
weather.
No,
if
you
it's-
have to file for extensions with TDA.
Okay, guys, you got from
Tell
0 to 10. You're gonna give them
Yeah,
on
that's
past
10 for
projects
discretion.
completed on schedule, so you need to pick a number.
I'm giving them 3 because they didn't give us dates.
Well, they gave you completion dates. They didn't say,
You don't know when the project started, though.
well, no, I don't. That's true.
But I tend to, like we talked about earlier, they're not gonna continue to get projects,
Right.
PDA projects if
True.
they're not meeting.
And the
I
kind
mean,
of
your
dollars.
number's your number, but that was my rationale.
Yeah.
They're not gonna continue. to
Well,
get
they have like
projects if they're
Bucky's,
not.
Bucky's Boulevard in City of Venice. It says the project was successfully completed on time in March of 2020 and on budget at a cost of $1,069,000. So there's one that says exactly
All right, I'll give them a 4.
that it was on schedule. Here's one that was completed in December with an anticipated of December 24. The original date was June 25, so they came in way ahead,
6 minutes.
under budget. So, I mean, they speak to it.
All those Bucky projects are tough.
Yeah, and a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
bet
their-
that was a tricky one.
Well, and
and a lot of their
interestingly
road
enough,
projects were about
they
our
supply all
dollars.
their own stuff. That's crazy.
Okay, I'm leading past projects completed on schedule. I'm leading off with a 10. Tracy?
Past projects,
Project.
no, I was
You-
looking at the wrong thing. I'm gonna give them a 9.
Okay, Dale?
10.
Doug? 10. Tom?
10.
Terry?
10.
Okay, so, what is that, 59 divided by 6? Okay, your first number is a 9.8. Okay, second factor, manages projects with budgetary constraints. Well, I just read several examples of under budget and on budget, so
Yeah.
Bucky's liked them.
I gave them a 5.
5.
Okay,
5.
5.
okay, that number would be a 5. Okay, work product is of high quality.
10.
Anybody do any references on them? I mean, my 2 references were good. They were strong.
I didn't get a chance to do
I
their
did.
references.
Let me read you, let's see what I got. Well,
I kind of like them.
I would read you what I got if I had what I, here it is. Okay, so I got, Chandler, Texas. City has used SPI in the past, serving as police chief during those years. Used grant administrator, different engineering service firm. All I can say is SPI has completed several projects for the city of Chandler in the years past, and from my limited understanding, they conducted satisfactory work. Said reach out to this other gentleman, and I reached out to him John Witzel, because he was he was there when they did the work.
Look, he said to look on page 18 to 20.
He said, I worked with SPI on several different projects over the years and have always had good results. I have a good working relationship with both their Tyler office and Richardson office. Mike from the Richardson office has engineered most of the water systems here in Lucas, Texas. We too are in the running for a CDBG grant and will select them as our engineers for that project tomorrow night.
Wow,
You know, they like them.
Okay,
that's pretty hefty.
yeah.
Okay, so
And they
high
were-
quality, I'm starting off with a 10, Tracy.
I gave him 10.
Okay, Dale,
10.
10.
it's easy math, that's a 10. So Terry, 9.8, 5, and 10.
24.8.
Okay, so your first number is a 60. Your second number is a 24.8. Okay, capacity to perform, third category. First one, staff level and experience of staff.
Five.
I gave him a 4 just because they did divulge that they do receive RFIs. 2 to 3 per project during the construction and bidding process.
Okay, I'm leading off with a 5. You were a what, a 4?
Uh-huh.
Okay, Dale,
5.
Doug,
5.
Tom,
5.
Terry?
5.
Okay, so 29 divided by 6.
4.8.
Okay, your first number is a 4.8. Adequacy of resources. Well, as far as I can see, they got a lot of people, so they
Yeah.
certainly got enough to do our project.
A lot of projects. Gave him a 5.
Okay, I'm starting off with a 5. Tracy,
5.
Dale,
5.
5, Doug.
5.
5.
Okay, that would have been easy. 5. Okay. Professional liability.
5.
They gave us their form. Anybody
Five.
other than 5? Okay.
5.
Okay, so that's 14.8 would be your score there. Okay, Terry, it's 60 plus 24.8 plus 14.8.
99.6.
Wow,
Wow.
wow. If they're listening in, they got to be happy with that. Okay. Next one in my stack is Hayter, Hayter. I kind of got messed up on this because they sent one a few days ago that was like their stock one, and they said, this is just our blank one. The real one's coming. Well, I was judging it today, and I'm like, man, they left out a lot of stuff. And then I realized, oh, wait, I'm not looking at the real one. I'm looking at the boilerplate, because they did a nice job. I mean, they put all their little pictures on here and got,
Really nice guy.
well, and they were another one that asked, what kind of projects
Yeah.
are we going to be doing? Well, guess what? They got a lot of road examples in here. I like that.
Uh-huh.
You know, you need to ask questions. Don't, you know, the worst they can say is, I'm not going to tell you. And in this case, I did. So,
I graded them. I graded them out at 100.
Yeah.
They're good.
okay, they're out of Paris, Texas. I did get one reference from them. City manager of Paris, Texas, really good guy. He's been around. Very responsive to questions is what I wrote.
Yeah, and what I like about them, because they're out of Paris, they're in our tech stock
Yes.
district.
They know
Yeah.
everybody up there.
Their office is right down the street from the new
Yeah.
tech stock office.
Yeah, they know. Okay, has previously designed our type of projects, roads. Well, I
10.
give them a 20 there because they got a lot of road
Yeah, 20,
stuff.
sorry.
So I'm leading off with a 20. Tracy?
20.
20.
20.
20.
20.
That's easy math. That would be a 20, or those are keeping score. Number 2, has worked on federally funded construction projects. Well,
10.
10.
I think they've done a lot of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10.
Okay, everybody's a 10. Okay, that's easy math. Has worked on projects that were located in this region.
10.
10.
10.
10.
Oh, you guys are easy to please. I like that. Okay.
we're getting tired.
Let's see, no, I think we're being fair. Extent of experience in project construction management. Hey,
I
15.
gave him a 15.
they seem to know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Okay, current certification of staff.
5.
They gave us our team, and they're all from the boss. The boss was actually at A&M when I was there. I think that's pretty cool. Not that I'm factoring that in for the audience. I am not. I'm just saying he was there, which I was looking at him. I thought, man, that guy looks old. And I'm like, well, I'm the same age. Okay, so we got a 5 on that one. So Terry, we got let's see, I think we got full points.
Yes, sir.
So we
Yeah.
got 60. So that one is 60. You can take that down below and write a 60 in that box. Okay, next category, work performance, past projects completed on schedule. Well, what do you know? They
I
say
gave a 10.
on schedule. So first
Yeah.
project within budget, on schedule. Next project, on schedule, within budget. Next project, on schedule, within budget. Next one, on schedule, within budget. Wow. They actually answered the question. Okay, so I am going to give them a 10. Tracy,
10.
Dale,
10.
Doug,
10.
okay, Tom, Terry. Okay, I think that equals a 10. Number 2, manages projects within budgetary constraints. Well, they just said these are all on
Yeah,
budget,
they are
so
Five.
project.
Yeah.
So,
anybody other than the 5?
No.
no.
Tom or
Good.
Terry?
No, sir.
Okay, 5. Work product is of high quality. Well, let's see, I got,
Pictures look good.
Well, they did,
I gave him a 10.
they actually printed out some specs, if you will,
Yeah.
on some of their road work. So
Mhm.
I was pretty, at least they know, I mean, it's got it in stages
Yeah,
as far as
okay.
construction.
And they look good too.
Yeah, the base.
Cause that's what I'm concerned
well, and
with.
again, the
is
city
base.
manager in Paris, Texas couldn't say enough nice things about him. I mean, he said these guys are their go-to team. He's been with them for 30-something years, I think he's been using them.
Remember,
So they're
Basically-
our roads are gonna
But-
touch a
TxDOT.
TxDOT road.
Yeah, that'll be an important relationship.
Yeah.
But basically, all of their work, it seemed like, was either street drainage or
Right,
roads.
exactly.
That's what we're gonna be doing.
Farmersville,
Okay.
Greenville, Josephine, Kaufman County.
Okay, leading off with a 10. Anybody other than a 10?
No.
Terry?
No.
Okay, so that number would be a 10. So they get full points, so they get 25. So your second number below is a 25. Next category, capacity to perform, staff level, experience of staff, scale of 0 to 5.
I had
5.
a 5.
Okay, that would be a 5. Okay, adequacy of resources.
Anything to question, so
I mean,
5.
I think they gave us our team, didn't they? I don't
Yeah.
remember here.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
they,
put a 5 because I didn't see any.
yeah, they told us, in fact, the boss is at the top and
Yeah.
other people down
That's the
below.
resources is people.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I like when they kind of, give you, here's how the team is gonna, here's the overall project team and here's how it's gonna work, and I appreciate that. It's like, we got people that are, and I can tell you, from my dealing with them, Tyler, is that it? Creamer?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That guy is like, he has been all over this thing. He
Oh, yeah,
answers
he
on the
has.
second ring
Yeah.
and he's like, what else can I do? Here's
Yeah.
your answers. I mean, he's
And-
he's going to be our guy, by the way. He's the one that will be our lead, and he was incredible to work with
Yeah, he was.
the last 48 hours
Yeah.
or so. I mean, he's
Well, the-
been,
The buzzwords that I'm picking up with them in this realm is they got surveys, GIS and easements, the road work culverts, 12 inches. I mean, it's detailed, prepared cost estimates, scope of work, provide design surveys. So, I mean, all those words.
well, and
mean
they're not
something
going to
to
be
me.
irritated by our road projects because they like to do water lines or because they like to do downtowns or they, I mean,
They're saying the words to me.
they like
Yeah.
roads. I mean,
Well, I'll tell you what impressed me about them is that because our problem is not the asphalt, it's underneath the
drainage.
asphalt.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah,
that's where we need
You're
to
exactly
go.
right.
right.
It's all about that base.
okay, do we have anything other than a 5 on adequacy of resources?
You don't have any choice but to, you have to assume.
Tom, are you a 5 on
Yes.
adequacy of resource, Terry?
Yes.
Okay, that number's a 5, so they get full points there. Wow, I'm gonna guess it adds to 100.
They're talking about,
You want my
Right.
sheet?
they're talking about going down 6 inches, Tom. I mean.
Well, but
they're talking about
professional
6
liability,
inches
it's
on
in there.
pulverizing,
Yeah, it
so
is.
they're gonna go down.
I mean, they've all provided that, so
Mine will
that's
top
an easy
that.
one. So,
That's
a lot of our soil.
one.
okay, so my accountant here says we're good at 100. It's gonna be a tough score to beat.
You want me to just give you my sheet?
I didn't think 99.6 was gonna do it.
No,
Sold America.
well, good for them, but good for the others too. To me, I was gonna say also at the open, the things that are hard about this, one, I've been on their end of this deal. I've written proposals and bids and other things, and I know, you just get your hopes up.
Yeah.
But I feel like God really did send us some good candidates. I mean, these folks are all qualified. Most of them have a lot of fire in their belly. I mean, they want to do this work, and I think if we picked the worst one, we'd still do pretty good. But we're not going to pick the worst one. We're going to pick the best one.
Well,
So,
I think there's 2 in the engineers that are really good.
well, I think
I
they
agree.
stand out.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to Burks and Walker. That will be our last packet to evaluate. They are out of Waxahachie. And I got a reference from them from Kempner, Texas. And let's see, it says, good morning, Mayor Jaffe. Our city has had the pleasure of working with Burks and Walker during our block grant project. I worked directly with Bobby, who was very responsive and consistently kept us informed throughout the process. I highly recommend this firm. And I would back up what she said. I've talked to Bobby a number of times. He's the one that's, he's called, what kind of stuff are we working on? How's it going? Who are the administrators that are in the running? And he kind of gave me some feedback on the ones that he knew. He had worked with 3 of the 4 and, not pushy, he just, hey, I just want to know as much as I can know so we can be effective.
But he did tell me water and wastewater are their core business.
That's correct. That's why they went into
95%
business.
water.
Yeah.
That's what they studied in school. That's what they went into business with. And they're, a couple of really good guys. They appear to be very fiery. Anyway, let's go through the scoring process. So experience, has previously designed this type of project.
Well,
I gave him a 15.
my only problem, in their cover letter, it says 1 to 2 years of overseeing construction of street improvements.
Right. It's a new area for them, I
Yeah.
think.
I'll put them as a 5 myself.
Okay, well, let's go around the room. I'm gonna give them a 15.
Okay.
Tracy, you were 15?
Yes.
Dale?
12.
12. Doug?
10.
Tom?
5.
Terry?
10.
Okay, so 30, 40, 55, 65, 67 divided by 6.
11.1.
Okay, first number is 11.1. Has worked on federally funded construction projects.
10.
10.
I mean,
Yeah,
they've
10.
definitely done that. Anything other than a 10?
No.
Okay, they get a full score there. Has worked on projects that were located in the general region.
I think so.
I mean,
I think it's, I gave
they
him a
stay
10.
close to home. One of the
Yeah.
comments they made was they like their people to be home at
Home
night. So
yeah.
I give them a 10.
It
Anything?
says 0 for street projects within a 150-mile radius. Poultry.
Right. You're reading, you're reading, yeah.
Okay, I'm leading off with a 10. Anything other than a 10?
I gave him a 5.
Okay, Dale?
On number 3?
Tracy, we're on number 3.
10.
Yeah, has worked on projects that were located in this area. Okay, so I'm doing a 10. Tracy,
On number 3
number
or
3.
4?
3.
10.
3. Doug's an 8.
Okay, 10, 10. Dale, Dale, you were a
10.
10. Doug,
8.
8. Tom,
10.
Terry.
5.
Okay, so that's 30, 40, 48, 53 divided by 6.
8.8.
Okay, your third number is an 8.8. Next category, number 4, extensive experience in project construction management. So this is not just in our category, but this is overall.
I want to change my score. I'm sorry, on number 3.
Okay, you gave him a 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a 3 because I directly asked him, and he's like, the answer is 0 for projects within
It's
a
okay.
mile radius.
Make sure you represent.
46 total.
I'm sorry.
Well, it's 38, 41, 46. 46 divided by 6.
7.7.
Okay, third number is 7.7. Number 4, extensive experience in project construction management. Again, in any area, not just
Yeah.
roads.
I gave him a 10.
10.
I mean, they've done a lot of water and sewer.
A lot of water. That's the only reason. That's the only thing that their water.
Okay, so, well, wait a minute. So the score on that is 15. Top score is 15.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna give him a 15. Tracy?
10.
Okay, Dale?
10.
Okay, Doug?
I'm gonna give them 10, just simply the fact I read a sentence here, it says, to manage time effectively, we may ask a sub-consultant to help draft the
Yeah.
plans.
Okay.
Is there lane? Yeah, I gave him a 10 also.
Okay, Terry?
I gave him
Yeah.
15.
That's just a
Okay,
flag.
so 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 divided by 6.
70, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Let's give him 11.7.
Okay, your fourth number is 11.7. Number 5, current certification of project implementation training.
I gave them a 5 because they're good at what their core business is. They just don't have enough streets. So I actually probably got to give them a 4.
But I didn't see the certifications.
I thought they had a.
They have their resumes
Yeah.
of the 2
All right.
main partners.
But I don't think they stated that they were certified. But that was one of the questions I had, because a lot of the engineering firms, I questioned whether, do they have to be some kind of a certification?
Yeah, they have to have a certification
They do,
in field of study. Yeah.
because most of them didn't really talk about their certification. And I don't,
What was it?
Initially
This
gave
is
them
the one I
0
think
for
you
question.
said wasn't a civil engineer.
I think it was the other one.
Oh, really?
I think both of these are civil engineers.
Okay.
You know, I thought it was interesting on Bobby's resume. It says Senior Engineer, City of Dallas Water Utilities Pipeline Project Management, 2024 to present. It's like, wait a minute, is he working for the city and
Have his own business.
doing engineering on the
He
side?
could.
That's what his resume says. Says he's got 2 jobs. He's,
Well, Dallas,
Maybe
I
retired.
wonder if the city of Dallas knows that. Hopefully, we're not telling on them.
They are.
Yeah, they're both
Okay.
civil engineers.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're gonna be certified to do.
Well, I
this
mean,
type of
here's the
project.
PE numbers, right? They got their,
yeah, they're
Yeah.
all engineers.
Yeah.
yeah, Trey's got his number on here, and I don't
And
know.
that'd be more important.
But that's not
That's
even
why
the
I gave it.
question. Current certification of Texas
I'm going with 5. Tracy?
5.
Okay. Dale?
5.
Okay. Doug?
5.
Tom?
5.
Terry?
5.
Okay, that would be a 5. Which numbers are not lined up? Okay, Terry, 11.1, 10, 7.7, 11.7, 5,
Total is 45.5.
45.5. Okay, work performance, past projects completed on schedule. So what do we know about
Yes.
their ability to hold schedule?
I mean, and they did like Kemper, that one ran on time. You know, that's when they asked the subcontractor to help them also, so.
But
Well,
that's under their scope, right? They have the ability.
Right.
Town of Nash, Oklahoma, project completed on schedule and at budget. Another project, wastewater improvements in the town of Nash, on schedule, under budget. Town of Forgan, Oklahoma, project completed on schedule and at budget. I mean, there's,
I gave him a 10.
yeah,
There's plenty of evidence.
I gave him a 10.
Tehuacana? I don't know.
I mean, that was in the.
I don't
Is that
know.
their
that was
complete
in the
schedule?
packet.
I learned some Texas
Yeah.
town names doing this because some of these towns I've never heard of before. Okay, projects completed on schedule. I'm going to lead off with a 10. Tracy?
10.
Okay, Dale?
10.
Doug? Dale's a 7, or Doug's a 7. Tom?
10.
Terry?
10,
10, 20, 30, 40, 57 divided by 6.
9.5.
Manages projects with budgetary constraints.
5.
5.
Anything other than a 5?
3.
Okay, now I got to write them down. 5, 5, 5, 3. Tom?
5.
Okay, Terry?
5.
I did it on purpose.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 28 divided by 6.
We want to go home.
4.7.
Okay, your second number is 4.7. Work product is of high quality.
I think that-
Looks to be.
Speaking of that.
Look
Yeah.
good. 10.
Yeah, I
10.
think it is. I'm giving them 4
10.
points. Anything other than 10?
10.
Terry? Okay, Terry, 9.5,
Yes,
4.7,
yes.
10.
Oh,
Need them again?
80 point, yeah, let's give me.
9.5,
Yes, sir.
4.7,
Yes, sir.
and 10.
24.2.
Okay, 24.2 is your number there. Okay, and so far we have a 45.5.
Yay.
We have a 24.2. Okay, staff level experience of staff. I mean,
5.
in the projects they do, they're qualified. It's just not in our projects.
5.
Okay, so leading off with a 5, Dale,
5.
5.
5.
Tom.
5.
Okay, that would be a 5, okay? Adequacy of resources.
I gave them a 5, even though they.
They appear to be a small firm, but I
Right,
don't
but
know.
they know when they need to ask for help. So I gave them a 5,
Okay.
just for knowing they couldn't do something that they needed.
I'm gonna lead off with a 4, Tracy's a 5, Dale,
5.
okay, Doug,
5.
Tom,
5.
Terry, man, now I feel bad. Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 29 divided by 6, 29 divided by 6.
4.8.
Yeah, I guess my only concern would be they can't just pull it off the shelf. They gotta go find it, so that makes me a little nervous.
Yeah.
But okay, 5, let's see, that's 14.8. Let's do that in my head. Okay, your third number is 14.8. You ready, Terry?
Yes, sir.
45.5,
Yes, sir.
24.2, 14.8
Mhm.
total.
84.5.
Not bad. I rated
Okay.
him at an 80.
So I'm purposely not going to re-announce these numbers, but I will send them to you because I don't want to get anybody that might be listening in excited in case something changes. This is not
Yeah,
our
don't give us a
final
big-
scoring, okay? Everybody understand that?
Yes.
We finished item 3. This is not our final scoring because I'm going to give us
Right.
overnight
Yeah.
to think about after you see these. I'll email these to you tonight. So if you have a change of heart or you miss something or some reference comes in that really changes your thought process. Okay, Shelley and Patrick left, so we don't have anybody here. 8:22, meeting is adjourned.
Yoo-hoo!
Very good. Good job, Mike.